This is Canyon Lake Broadcasting coming to you live from Canyon Lake High School, home of the Hawks. And Canyon Lake Broadcasting, the voice of the Hawks. It's week 6 here at Canyon Lake High School as the 10th ranked Canyon Lake Hawks come into the matchup with Taylor at 5-0. And welcome everybody from across the Fruited Plains and around the globe into Canyon Lake, Comal County, in every corner that can be reached. This is Canyon Lake Broadcasting. Corey Martelli, Darren's the surgeon, and Don Holmes of the crew. We welcome everybody here listening to us tonight. And a district matchup as the road through district starts, Darren. We are here tonight making it happen on a beautiful evening on a valued game.
We get on with the first district game, and it's a first one that really means something, right? I mean, all the other ones have just been warm up practice. Whether you went 0-5 or 5-0, it doesn't really matter. But this counts, and this is going to help set the foundation for what you do in the rest of the district run.
Absolutely, it counts now. This district, the road through district continues. Well, Canyon Lake met Taylor last year. The last game of the season, the district championship was on the line, and Canyon Lake went into Taylor and played Taylor to a 28-14 win on a huge night only for Canyon Lake, winning the first district championship Canyon Lake had won in football. But we took the titleship away from the Ducks on their home historic field. It'd been there like 100 years, literally. And we walked out of there with the district trophy. So tonight's matchup, there's a lot of kids from both teams from last year on the field tonight, and trust me, they know each other.
Well, Taylor comes in with a record of 2-3. They've got a couple of tough losses under their belt, but yeah, they're going to remember last year. This has been a tough out for Canyon Lake since we've been playing them in the series. We've had some late-minute losses, and
Yep.
it was good. It was a good win at their house last year, but Taylor's going to come ready to put some fight on things.
Taylor's got some speed. Taylor's got a lot of seniority on that line. Last year they were a little young on the line, so a lot of those people that are back this year are veterans offensive linemen, and they'll be ready to play as they'll remember last year's defeat at the hands of Canyon Lake. And so we're going to have a good matchup tonight. They run the spread, we run the slot T. We've got a lot of starters from Canyon Lake on the way back tonight, so no love lost here on the first road at district play.
Well, this is one of those games that's really going to, we talk about measuring stick games. This is going to give a good indication of what's going to happen in the remainder of district. We know there's a couple of big heavy hitters at the end when we go up against Liberty Hill that's state ranked in the top 10, top 5, I think, actually, in Class 4A. But yeah, this is gonna give us a watermark, if you will. At 2-3 coming into this game, Canyon Lake should fare well, but you never know until you suit it up and you line up on the field.
You get the best out of the people you grind against the most, and I'll tell you, Taylor's going to give it everything got. The 2-3 record for Taylor is a little misnomer on the fact that they went through Giddings and lost to Giddings. Giddings is a piranha right now in Division II 4A football, and so if you have a loss against Giddings at this point, that's
well, it's not surprising.
Yeah,
it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
And it was the game was not necessarily close. What was a little remarkable is last week they went they lost 21-0 against LaGrange, and that was a little bit of a shocker.
It was a little bit. I looked at the game. LaGrange came out with some of the things that hadn't been played with before, and some athletes who were injured. You got to take that into consideration. And Taylor had an off night. Sometimes you have an off night, but don't let that mar you, because Taylor Ducks have come in here. The overall record between Taylor and Canyon Lake is 3-1. We won last year for the first time.
Right.
A year ago we came here. We had them down all the way to the second half. Third quarter we fumbled the ball 5 times at one game. The year before that it was a disaster. We had some rain. So it's going to be a battle no matter how you slice it tonight, folks, and it should be a good game. I'm going to give you all a couple of numbers. Listen to us out there for tonight's giveaway prizes. One is 210-246-3345. That's a number you want to keep. We're going to be giving away a lot of goodies tonight during the Paul Sawyer Septic pregame show. Excuse me. And the Paul Sawyer Septic halftime show. And so write that number down. You'll want to keep it tonight. 210-246-3345. Well, the Taylor Ducks are in town, and like I said, it's going to be a battle. We've got KSAT 12 out here tonight, the local newspaper. We've got some school officials. We've got a pink out game tonight. And we've got the Emerald Dancers with the Emerald Star Dancers from the middle school.
Absolutely. We got we're going to have a packed house here. And you know what? We also have Don Holmes from the Hilltop Reporter here as well.
Don's part of the crew here. He's the only Longhorn on the crew, and he came late because he was down there taking some volleyball games, and he's just going to give us a 4-1-1 on the volleyball.
I think he has. I got a little pre-game information on this from a source that was inside the gym.
Inside the Beltway.
Inside the Beltway, and they had taken in a little bit of that match against Llano, and it looked like we were up on them pretty good. So I don't know how we ended up faring, but I think we were
3-0 sweep.
3-0 sweep. Well, that's the way you want it right there.
There he goes. Don H. Holmes, owner and editor at hilltopnewspaper.com. Good to have you, Don.
Thank you, guys. What I'm happy to see is that the clouds have lifted.
The clouds have lifted. We hope to get through this night without any rain. We expect a big front to come in over the weekend, but hopefully we'll get through the night with a nice, pleasant evening because it's nice out here. With, as you said, a little bit of blue sky out there.
Let's lay out the night here for everybody listening. It's a very dark green field. Canyon Lake is in their traditional all-green uniforms with the gold numbers, as well as the gold CL. The Hawk Tunnel is up. The Taylor Tunnel is up, and we've got a pretty good size stands here at Canyon Lake, and they're already pretty much packed. Big night tonight. We've got the little Emerald Star Dancers from the Mountain Valley Middle School coming up here. And the Taylor Ducks are on all white, and they'll have their green logo on their helmet. And, again, it'll be a packed on both sides. Taylor travels well. They got a good, rich tradition there in Taylor. And they've been a piranha, if you will, here in the last 3 or 4 years and walked away with 2 district titles. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. Well, I'm Corey Martelli, Darren Lesturgeon, our producer. I'm your play-by-play guy, Don Holmes. He'll be the stat, facts, interviews, and everything you'd want to know about Canyon Lake football. He'll come in and give us the stats at halftime during the Paul Sawyer Septic halftime show, brought to you by Don Holmes there from the Hilltop Newspaper. Well, guys, I'll tell you right now, we've got some injured players that may not make it tonight, and some starters that Canyon Lake will not have, unfortunately. And for me, knowing the players and who they are and what they do for the team, that does not bode well for Canyon Lake whatsoever.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's always tough to go through a season without having the nicks and the bumps and bruises. But, yeah, some key losses here as we get ready for district play. Timing couldn't be much worse for that. But, you know, this is where the depth of early in the season, playing a lot of people, hopefully will pay off.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Don, I see you back in the booth here. You came over from the volleyball game, and we know you're working hard to pick up the volleyball game over there. And we're glad to have you back in the booth before we get underway here. But,
thank you, guys. Give me a little respite on what you guys talked about as far as the Taylor football team is concerned.
Well, we're just talking about the depths of the Taylor game and the history of the Taylor game. But right now we're going to talk about the Canyon Lake Hawk Band real quick. And here comes the Canyon Lake Mighty Hawk Band. 2017 and 18 award-winning Mighty Hawk Band is led under the direction of Mark Watley and Caleb Hoffman. And let's give the Mighty Hawk Band a big round of a Hawk applause. As the Hawk Band comes onto the field, and a time-honored tradition that continues here. And they are a part of Canyon Lake High School, and they travel well, and we're glad to have them. And Mr. Watley has been here since the get-go, and he's been the band director, and they have won a lot of awards under Mr. Watley. So congratulations to the 2017-18 Mighty Hawk Band.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's tough on them. Don't think that band is an easy gig right now. He gives them through their paces. I was out here early as we were getting set up, and he demands a lot out of those folks.
He is demanding man. And,
he is indeed.
He'll let you know. Mark Watley and his assistant is Caleb Hoffman. Together, the dynamic duo put on a good show for the Mighty Hawk Band. Well, folks, we've got the band coming on here, and we've next got some cheerleaders And the dance team going to be announced here at Canyon Lake. Here comes the band from Taylor. They're walking in, as some are some of the people from Taylor. It's a good drive from Taylor. You're kind of going to get around Austin a little bit, and we'll expect a delayed entry for those people. But the bands and cheerleaders, the dance crew, all coming into the stadium at this time.
Absolutely, it is quite the haul up to Taylor. It's northwest of Austin, up north. I mean, you feel like you're heading to East Texas by the time you finally get there.
That's true. That's true. Well, we've also got a time-honored tradition here. And now, the Student Council Exchange. In a time-honored tradition, the Student Council offers friendship gifts exchange from both schools, from Taylor and Canyon Lake at midfield. Well, the Hawks are coming in, and I don't see anybody for Taylor to take that exchange, but we're going to follow protocol and keep on going. We got a game to play.
Well, they'll get it there before the game is over. That's for sure. As you said, Taylor, it looked like the buses from Taylor just arrived, and you see the band, their dance team starting to file in. So, like I said, it's quite the haul. It's probably the longest distance that we would have to travel this year if we had an away game. We're blessed with a lot of home games this year.
We are. We have 6 home games in all. And here comes the Canyon Lake cheerleading squad with their cheerleading ensemble here. They've got a cheerleading school that they're helping with the little ladies.
Yeah, they got a cheer clinic going on. That's what they're doing. They got the little ones out here. Just a plethora of kids, young Hawks to be, if you will, right?
Absolutely.
I'm just impressed with that plethora.
Well, I'll throw a big word out there from time to time.
Yeah. Well, the proceeds for tonight's game is we have pink out tonight, so it's Breast Cancer Awareness Night here. A lot of pink on the field, and rightfully so. So, players are wearing pink socks. Everybody's got a pink bow or shirt on in some fashion. And the Canyon Lake cheerleaders, they have their little 58 young ladies out there tonight participating in the annual Hawk cheerleader clinic there put on by Coach Dugan.
Well, it is Breast Awareness Month, and that everybody's doing their part to sort of raise awareness and get people out there to do the testing, do the things they should do to keep themselves pre-checked and healthy, and we highly encourage that on our end of things.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, folks, in just a few minutes, we'll introduce you to the 2018-2019 Canyon Lake cheerleading squad. And that squad is got a little bigger tonight. A lot of young ladies out there.
It's a big squad to start with, and each one of those, and there's about 16 of them, I think, somewhere in that range. And each one of them has about 5 or 6 young cheerleaders to be. So do the math, folks. There's a lot of kids out on the field.
It's a pipeline.
It is a pipeline. That's what you do. You get them started early and get them excited and get them in the programs.
Absolutely. Well, it's a beautiful night here. Don mentioned it a while ago. The clouds are parting, light blue clouds along the tops of the hills here. Canyon Lake High School is fortunate enough to be on a plateau, but at a bowl at the same time. And you can see probably 30 miles off to the northwest or northeast in the direction of Wimberley, and it's going to be a good night. Dead still wind. There's no wind at all.
Yeah.
And so that'll bode well for the passing game, but we don't pass, but they do. So we'll talk about the defense and
the passing game and the kicking game.
Absolutely. At this time, we would like to recognize the 2018-2019 Canyon Lake cheerleaders and the 2017 nationally ranked wins that the cheerleaders have won in last year. The Canyon Lake cheerleaders are coached by Nikki Dude. She is the cheerleader director. And here are your cheerleaders. Senior and captain, Madison Blackburn. Senior, Chancey Coleman. Senior, Caitlin McDonald. Senior, Kelsey Palmer. Junior, Kirsten Frankie. Junior, Randy Green. Junior, Maddie Harwell. junior and captain Cassidy Hicks. Junior, Avery Navarro. Softball and social officer, Landry Brown. Sophomore, Emma Coffey. Sophomore and social officer, Natalie McCoy. Sophomore, Kat Royer. Freshman, Viola Labrie. Freshman, Madison Hallmark. Freshman, Cassidy Hochschild. Freshman, Sarah Jankowski. Freshman, Shelby Palmer. And freshman, Lily Sanders. And freshman, Anna Claire Kaysen. And don't forget, Haley the Hawk. That's your 2018-19 Canyon Lake Hawk cheerleaders. Let's give them a Hawk applause. Well, the Canyon Lake cheerleaders led by Nikki Dugan since the start of the school. She's always got a good group of girls there and an award-winning group of girls, if you will. And she does a real good bang-up job, to say the least, there. And glad to have them out there. They got 58 young ladies out there tonight.
Yeah, so 58 plus the 16. That's quite a crew that they got. 58 young cheerleaders to be, and so that's exciting. And again, on a great night for football and festivities.
Absolutely. Tonight is Pink Out night here at Canyon Lake High School, and the proceeds of all Canyon Lake High School Pink Out shirts sold this year go to the Inflammatory Breast Cancer Network in Friendswood, Texas, founded by Terry Arnold. The Canyon Lake cheer team wants to honor a member of our Canyon Lake community, Hannah Darden, a former Canyon Lake youth cheer coach. Hannah passed away 2.5 years ago due to inflammatory breast cancer. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Hannah Darden and her family. This first quarter here, in case you're wondering about all the young ladies on the field, that's the Canyon Lake Cheerleading Little League Cheer Clinic. There's 58 young ladies out there tonight. And this is the 11th cheer clinic put on by the Canyon Lake Cheerleaders. Thank you, parents and friends, for supporting Canyon Lake Cheerleading. And let's give the little girls out there a big round of applause. Well, you got to like to see that tradition continues. And I'll tell you what, the stands are full on our side there, just about. So
Absolutely. Like I said, Taylor's got a long ways to come, so I suspect they'll trickle in. There's a sparse crowd over on that side. This is one of those games where if we were traveling that far, I think our audience would probably double or triple, just for the very nature of it's a long haul for people coming there after work.
We've made that trip.
And you better start at about 2 o'clock if you want to get there in time.
That's right. Well, please welcome also the national award-winning Emerald Dancers, coached by Kara Inslee and assisted by Sarah Grudel. The Emerald Dancers are welcoming the Emerald Stars from Mountain Valley Middle School here tonight as a part of their program. Let's give all Emerald Star and Emerald Dancers a huge round of applause for these ladies.
Yeah, I think they're going to actually do a joint routine tonight. Both squads out on the field at one time, so that's some coordinating is going to be tough, right? So.
Right. Well, we'd like to welcome everybody here to Canyon Lake High School, home of the Hawks. We'd like to welcome everybody here from the town of Taylor, home of the Fighting Ducks. We welcome all the faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, coaches, families, students, and student athletes. We welcome everyone from Taylor here to Canyon Lake High School. We also like to welcome the Hawk Nation here in the stands tonight. Give yourself a big round of applause as district football starts here this evening. Thank you for coming out, all the parents, grandparents, coaches, staff, faculty here at Canyon Lake High School. Without the staff of Canyon Lake High School and Comel ISD, this night would not be possible. We thank you. Well, I'll tell you what, they're starting to filter in over there, but we're packed over here, Darren.
And we're packed over here. We got moms and dads of those 58 kids, as well as all the high school students. So you know what that's going to do to the stands. They'll be busting at the seams. A lot of pride, a lot of proud mom and dads up in the stadium tonight.
Well, let's hear the Taylor Duck song. It's I believe they're going to start playing. Now, at this time, we will hear the school song from the Taylor Duck Band. Taylor Duck Band is nice green uniforms. Got some very shiny, brassy tubas.
Yeah, you know what?
Not that I played a tuba or anything.
No, but those look like they're relatively new, just from the distance over here. You know, hard for us to say. But I'll say this: that they're in green, we're in green, and we'll be in the home green, all green. They'll be in the all whites out on the field. But the bands are in green.
They're interchangeable.
They're interchangeable right
today.
At the moment.
In this world, you got to be interchangeable.
You better know your scorecard going into
Yes,
this thing, because it's going
absolutely.
to be hard to tell who's who.
Well, we'll give the Taylor Band its due and play their school song, followed by the Canyon Lake school song, and soon the announcements of the rosters of both teams. And we got about 22 minutes until we get moving in that direction. We'll catch up with Don a little bit on some history of the football game between the Hawks and Ducks here. But
I've got to believe Don's got some history to bring on this one.
He's frothing over here.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, he's got some stats. He's frothing. He's ready to roll down there. He's got his game face on.
Don's got his game face on
for sure.
And you missed it over here on this side, but he devoured that hot dog in about 3 to 4, maybe 5 seconds.
I think he was needing a little food in the system.
He was the hot dog
I think he got so excited over in that win by the volleyball team, that 3-0 shutout against Llano. That
he should enter that. He should enter against that Kobayashi guy in the hot dog eating contest. Tore that thing up.
I'm just going to
That was the Taylor Marching Band high school song. Let's give the Taylor Band a round of applause. And now we will hear the Canyon Lake High School song, brought to you by the Canyon Lake Mighty Hawk Band. And we'll go with the Canyon Lake Hawk Band here.
Give you a little musical pleasure. Canyon Lake Mighty Hawk Band. You may be seated. Got to let these people know it. Give a little direction.
Yeah, a little direction.
Give a little direction.
Absolutely. Canyon Lake Broadcasting coming to you live here. It's Darren and Don in the booth with Don Holmes. He's not in the booth, but there he is. And coming to you live is the voice of the Hawks. And now, here is your 2018 Taylor Duck roster. Number 1, JoJo Torres. Number 2, Josh Blue. Number 3, Javon Carter. Number 4, Michael Schneider. Number 5, Cole Harms. Number 7, Reese Ginsler. Number 8, Austin Flores. Number 9, Jason Martinez. Number 10, Stephen Leal. Number 11, Hugh Shelton. Number 12, Ronick Nayek. Number 14, Santiago Estrada. Number 15, Eric Derry. Number 16, Ryan Barkuch. Number 20, Byron Sweet. Number 21, Nathan Alfaro. Number 22, Jalen Teeler. Number 23 is Jason Salcedo. Number 25, Ethan Sanchez. Number 26, Andrew Rector. Number 27, Ryan Hansen. Number 30 is Bravion Burks. Number 31 is Thomas Vega. 33 is Sammy Sanchez. 40 is Daniel Mendoza. Number 41, Eric Blanco. Number 42 is Reagan Odell. Number 43 is J. Ron Carver. Number 50 is Alex Estrada. Number 55 is Elijah Tellez. Number 56 is Oscar Rodriguez. Number 60 is Brandon Chavanel. Number 61, Anthony Torres. Number 62 is Reese Kinnick. Number 63, Francisco De La Rosa. Number 64, Josh Farley. Number 65, Brandon Sanchez. Number 72 is Cooper Hansen. 74 will be Victor Rivera. And number 75, Trace Lopez. And that's your 2018 Taylor Duck varsity football lineup.
Well, by all rights, Corey, we're actually broadcasting. I was a little worried, a little nervous. We had a little bit of a snafu back with our team in Austin, but I've now confirmed we are broadcasting, and hopefully we sound like we should out there in the fruited plain, as you like to say.
Yeah. We are, and we are. Let's give it to the old Canyon Lake football roster.
Let's do that.
And now, for your 2018 Canyon Lake Hawk football starting roster. And number 1, Trey Lucero. Number 2, Grayson Lee. Number 3, Stephen Sharp. Number 4, Brandon B-Rob Robinson. Number 5, Caleb Allman. Number 6, Chance Martelli. Number 8, Jacob Neal. Number 10, Ethan Slater. Number 12, Peyton McMullen. Number 15, Nick Rivera. Number 20, Tristan Chacon. Number 21, Trenton Lorette. Number 22, Connor Rose. Number 26, Cody Klein. Number 30, J.T. Green. Number 32, Jacob Ruff. Number 36, Alex Harden. Number 40, Carter McCormick. Number 42, Kyle Wharton. Number 48, Andrew Colberg. Number 51, Brandon Cassard. Number 52, Clay Weber. Number 55, Kyle Yule. Number 56, Nathan DeLeon. Number 60, Hudson Duke. Number 62, Sean Pendleton. Number 64, Braden Hodge. Number 65, Sheldon Flint. Number 66, Devin Cordell. Number 70, Dylan Forehand. Number 71, Anthony Brown. Number 72, Dylan Shepard. Number 74, Joshua Allman. Number 75, Eric Teich. Number 77, Marshall Netting. Number 80, Seth Townsend. Number 81, Eric Collins. Number 83, Ian Royer. Number 87, Trenton Butler. Number 19, Nash Young. And number 16, Daniel Neal. That's your 2018 Canyon Lake varsity football roster. And number 7, Jeremy Green. Superintendent at Comal ISD is Andrew Kim. Principal is Christy Castaneda. Athletic Director is Leanna Gombert. Assistant principals here at Canyon Lake High School are Mark Kirshner, Angelo Looney, Chad Seitz, and Aaron Genie. Senior associate is Jim Robinson. The athletic secretary here at Canyon Lake High School for the Mighty Hawk Athletic Department is Lisa Barana. Counselors are Angie Mickey, Wendy Foster, Shar McCleve, and Emily Whittle. The head coach and athletic director here for Canyon Lake High School is Charlie Drum. Assistant athletic coordinator is Kim Paisley. The athletic trainer is Israel Pina, and the athletic trainer assistant is Paul Steinhoff. Assistant coaches are Troy Moses, Cody Means, Brett Hodges, Bill Green, Ryan Tierney, John Barthels, Victor Escamilla, Brian Hooper, Javier Almanza, Daniel Lancaster, and Robert Sosa. The cheerleading coach is Nicole Dugan. The dance team and director is Kara Inslee. The band director is Mark Watley, and the assistant band director is Caleb Hoffman. Let's give all these Hawks a big round of applause.
All right. Well, that was your Canyon Lake teams, your roster, and all of your administration. So well done, Corey, for bringing that to the audience.
Got to get it done. Got to get it done.
We're going to take just a quick break, and we will be back in just a quick moment.
Hey, sports fans here in Canyon Lake and around Texas. When you need the best septic systems, look no further than Paul Sawyer Septic, the only company with a 3-year warranty and a 3-year maintenance agreement in the business. PaulSawyerSeptic.com, installing systems that last a lifetime. Give them a call at 830-935-4936. That's 830-935-4936. PaulSawyerSeptic.com.
You may think you can get a good burger almost anywhere around here, but at Baja Barbecue Shack we have a lot more to offer. While enjoying one of our delicious options between Tex-Mex and barbecue entrees, or enjoying a drink at one of our full-service bars, you and the kids will be well entertained by our live music while overlooking the marina, which is one of the best spots in Canyon Lake to see the beautiful sunset. So come join the Baja family. Find us at BajaBarbecueShack.com or give us a call at 830-935-3122.
Let's play golf this weekend, okay?
Okay, where?
Well, the club at Rebecca Creek, of course.
Of course. Why, of course?
3 reasons. It's in fantastic shape, has a great pool to relax in after your round, but the best thing in the hill country is the tasty grilled smash burger.
Okay, I'm convinced. Let's call for a tea time. What's the number?
The number is 830-885-5168, or visit their website at www.RebeccaCreek.com.
At Lucky Sports Bar and Grill, you won't fail to see the big Texas personality. Come watch some of your favorite sports while enjoying our great food or an ice-cold beverage from our full-service bar. You can choose between indoor or outdoor patio-wasted seating. Lucky's is now open until 11 p.m. every Friday, varsity home games. Go Hawks! We're located at 18100 FM 306, and we're open daily, and you can find our hours at luckysportsbarandgrill.com or give us a call at 830-935-3115.
I can get this out. District 14.
District 14, Division 1.
Exactly.
Region 4, 4A football.
Nice, well done. But that game, first district game of the season, so this is when it all begins to count.
Absolutely. Couldn't be more right on the money. District play.
Just couldn't say it.
And
but
here
but
comes.
it could be more on the money.
And here comes our Hawks. And they're.
Yeah. I kind of jacked that one up a little bit, but that's all right. Our audience is forgiving, and they listen anyways.
Well, here comes our Hawks, so let's get this going.
This is not a test. This is the Canyon Lake Broadcasting System, and this is Canyon Lake football.
Football team.
Thank you.
And here come the Taylor Ducks. Welcome everybody to Friday Night Lights at Canyon Lake High School as the road through district begins tonight. As the Taylor Ducks come into Canyon Lake and take on the Hawks. As the high-flying Ducks meet the Mean Green turf grinding machine, which is Canyon Lake football.
Well, it's an exciting night as both teams are now taking the field. With the Ducks are down on one knee down on the far end, taking a little meditation, and the Hawks are lining up as we get ready for the national anthem. We see the color guard out on the field, and we'll get their introduction here in just 1 second.
At this time, please stand for the national anthem and remove your hats, and veterans may salute. Tonight's color guard for Canyon Lake High School ROTC is lead rifle Aaron Hartman, U.S. flag Jada Rainbow, Texas flag Breonna Phillips, Army flag AZ Benjamin, battalion Hannah Sky, and trail rifle Caitlin Rourke. And here comes the national anthem, brought to you by the Canyon Lake Hawk Band. Please remain standing until the colors leave the field.
So the color guard is making their way off the field, and we patiently wait as they take the colors off. It's a big game tonight here in District 14-4A. It's the first game of the season, and it is a game that has a lot of will set the tone for how the rest of the district play will go. And both teams, I think, are probably excited to get off to a good start, set and get their district play underway. A little erase whatever the records were they have coming into this, and there'll be a lot of excitement on both sides as they want to again sort of jumpstart wherever they're at, put the whatever the preseason was behind. I would say preseason or non-district games behind them, and go forward and try to set the tone for what they'll do in district play.
Absolutely. Got a lot of key matchups tonight. We got Burnett playing Lampasas and Liberty Hill playing Fred. We're taking on the Ducks. And thank you very much. All right, sports fans, Friday Night Lights district play, Tough Road to Hoe. Tonight's officials here are referee Stormy Johnson, umpire Jason Ruff, head linesman Henry Dowd, line judge Kenny Espinoza, back judge Kevin Kemp, field judge Scott Wilford, side judge Mark Eastland, game clock official Alfred Leday, play clock Gene Davenport. Your chain crew for tonight is led by none other than Jimmy Adams, with Steve Yates, Don Blair, and Howard St. John. Let's give our chain crew a big round of applause. The team captains for tonight's game for the visiting Ducks, number 20, Byron Sweet. We'll get this sorted out here in a second. Canyon Lake's team captains are number 32, Jacob Rupp, number 21, Trenton Lorette, number 30, J.T. Green, and number 20, Tristan Chacon. Here's the coin flip. There's the toss. And to start the game off, the Taylor Ducks will receive the ball.
So they win the toss, choose a
Number
receiver.
5 is your team captain. I'm sorry, Cole Harms is one of the team captains for Taylor. Number 12, Ryan Nowick. Number 55, Elijah Tellez.
And number 20.
And number 20, and that is Byron Sweet.
Yeah, so Taylor wins the toss and chooses to take the ball first. I know they certainly want to get their offense on the field. That's
get them in rhythm. Absolutely.
Get them in rhythm, and that's their sort of hallmark has been that wide open passing attack that they bring to the table as they run the spread offense.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to be a shootout tonight. And all right, Hawk fans, off your seat and on your feet is kickoff time here at Canyon Lake High School. A tradition since the opening of the high school in 2007. Kicking the ball off at the 40-yard line will be Nash Young. Back deep to receive the kickoff for the Taylor Ducks will be number 12, Ryan Nowick, and number 9, Jason Martinez. All right, Hawk fans, Canyon Lake Nation, let's get loud for the opening kickoff. Well, here we go. Young, a soccer player, just recently brought up to varsity a game ago as the word went out that we needed a kicker because Lorette was hurt.
Yeah, he did a good job in the Blanco game. He was able to, put the ball where they wanted it to. He showed that he could kick it deep. He also did that little pooch kick that they do a lot, trying to pin people around the 25-yard line. So we'll see what they do here as they get ready to kick off to Taylor.
All right, sports fans, strap it on because here it goes. Young belts one way down. Be taking about the 2-yard line. He'll get out to the 10-yard line. Cuts across and is leg tackled at about the 19. Tackled by Nathan DeLeon and Jacob make that Daniel kneel. So the Ducks will get it out to the 19-yard line. That's what we'll have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, there was a nice kickoff by Young. Again, a solid kickoff, put her down there at the 2-yard line, and really forced the team returners to make a decision on what they were going to do.
Cole Harms will be the quarterback for the Ducks. It's number 22, who also Jalen Teeler. He'll be in the back wheel with Cole Harms. Their shotgun formation, twins left and right. Call them deuces. It'll be a run option. Jalen will take the ball, and he's hit about 3 yards downfield. Teeler on the carry, met by Robinson and Neal, along with Lee. He'll pick up 3 yards. That'll be 2nd and 7.
That was just a simple dive play off of tackle off the right side of the line. There was a little bit of gap there, but was quickly shut down by the linebacking crew. Brought him down for a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7 passing situation for the Ducks, you got to believe. Here comes the ball, and it is. He's going to zing one across right behind the linebackers. Pass is complete. And pass is complete all the way about to the 30-yard line. And there on the tackle will be Lorette. They'll have enough for a first down. 1st and 10, Taylor at the 30.
Well, this will be one of the first games where they'll have a senior quarterback that's used to throwing the ball around. So we'll see how they react to that.
Here comes the blitz. Canyon Lake's bringing it across the middle, wide open. Right behind the linebackers again. Number 1 on the carry, Jojo Torres. Tackled by Robinson. That's another first down for Taylor at the 41.
They're bringing the man out of that slot position. He's just doing a little drag pattern right across the middle, about right behind the linebackers.
There's a snap. Cole Harms taking a shot down there.
It's complete.
Pass complete to number 2, Josh Blue.
Blue catches the ball about 7 yards into the pattern. Gets hit by 2 Hawks, but they're not able to bring him down. He breaks free for another 15 yards on that.
1st and 10,
10 yards
Taylor.
anyways. We'll get the exact yardage.
Hawk 41. Cole Harms looks downfield, zings one. Pass incomplete, intended for number 14, Estrada. It'll bring up second down and 10 from the Canyon Lake 40. Quick off the pace is Taylor with the ball, the throwing, the spread offense. Got Canyon Lake a little bit, reeling a little bit.
They're definitely going to want to play with pace and try to play a little hurry up.
Be second down and 10 as the Hawks line up. Harms takes the ball. And it'll be a run play. They're still on the ground. Here comes Canyon Lake, run play. That'll be Taylor on the carry. He'll pick up maybe 2. It'll be third down and 8. So out comes slinging.
Yeah, that was a nice stop. There's just a dive play off the left side, and again, the Hawk defense reacting well to that and pinning the runner, giving him really no room. They're going to have to figure out what they do against this pass, though.
No gain on the play. Well, we got a penalty, and we didn't see the penalty. And looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on the Hawks, and that'll push the ball for 15 yards all the way into the Canyon Lake 24-yard line. First and 10, Ducks.
Corey, I think what ended up happening, they stood the runner up, and a number of people he was fighting, and I think they just said they hit him late. That's about all I could tell what happened.
Couldn't see it either. Audible at the line for Harms. Cole Harms, the quarterback. Number 5, he takes the ball. He's flag on the play before the snap, and that'll be motion on the offense.
Yeah,
that will take the Ducks back across to the 30-yard line. Make it the 29, and they'll repeat first down.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate, it's an unfortunate unsportsmanlike call on them, but they would get 5 yards back here, making it first and 15 from the Hawk 29-yard line as they come to the line of scrimmage. They're in the spread offense. He's in the gun.
Teeter comes up behind Harms. Harms looks out to the flats, got his man Teeter. He's got some room out there. Teeter cuts back, and they're met by a whole bunch of Hawks. The line's still going forward. And pass complete to Teeler out in the flats, and he'll get a big gain for the Ducks. Met by a whole bunch of Hawks. Pickup of about 9. We'll call it second down and 7.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, you know. On that, the same thing happened on that unsportsmanlike. They let them go quite a bit there before they blew the whistle on that play.
Here comes Harms. Harms takes the ball. It's a play. The ball's tipped in the air. Ball tipped in the air by Jacob Ruff. Pass incomplete. They bring up second down and about 6.
Yeah, it was a nice
third
play.
Down and 6.
Nice play by Ruff there in terms of not getting his hand on the ball because the receiver was open at about the 21-yard line.
Well, we see Grayson Lee out there tonight. We thought he may not show up but due to an injury, but we were given trips right for the Ducks. Tito comes alongside of Harms. Here comes the blitz, and pass complete. And number 1, Torres with the reception, but he'll have enough for a first down for Taylor. Lorette there on the tackle. So it'll be first and 10 for Taylor at the Canyon Lake 14-yard line. 9:02 to play here in the first quarter. Well, I'll tell you what, Grayson Lee almost had that time perfect. Trying to get Holmes a little uncomfortable back there as Coach Hooper turns up the defense a little bit. Here comes Harms up to the line of scrimmage. Signals, there's the ball. It's a quick pass out to the flats again. They got a man wide open. Pass complete to number 14. Lorette there on the tackle with Rivera. Estrada on the catch.
Yeah, pass, just that swing pass out to the receiver. They're out in Twins out on the right side.
Pick up a 5 on the play.
Picks up 5.
It'll be second down and about, we'll call it 6. Trips left, hard. Everybody swung off to the left side for Taylor. This time Cole Harms throws one in there, and pass blocked and knocked down by Brandon Robinson. That'll be incomplete. That'll bring up third down for the Ducks.
They went to that little drag play to the slot receiver, but Robinson was all over him and quickly cut on the ball, was able to get in front of it and knock that ball down. Almost picked it off at about the 2-yard line. So again, a little quicker recognition as to what's happening to him on the passing side of the ball.
Crowd getting into it here, third down and 6. They've got to make it inside the 5 to the 4 for a first down. split out, twins left. Teeler in the backfield, Harms coming up under center. It's a run formation, and they do run it. And here comes a big play. And touchdown, Ducks.
Oh my goodness! Now Ruff made a great play on the quarterback, almost sacked him, but Harm was able to pull away. He runs toward the line of scrimmage, and the coaching staff for Canyon Lake is saying he went across
past the line of scrimmage.
And I believe that he did, but it was not called, and he just flipped it over Tim Tebow style into the back of the end zone and had a guy standing wide open as everybody had collapsed around the quarterback.
Yeah, Ruff had him before a loss. Here comes the extra point attempt. Yeah, Ruff had him before a loss back there. He slipped out. He kind of looked like he went behind front of the line of scrimmage. The extra point is good. So with 7:58 to play in the first quarter, the Ducks strike first, and they're up 7-0. Yeah, that's again, the official didn't catch that. He clearly was in front of the line of scrimmage. They'll catch that later. Lessons to be learned, part of the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was almost to the first down marker. I mean, he wasn't even, we had 5 yards to the first down marker, and he was about to the first down marker when he flipped the ball into the end zone.
Sometimes you catch a break, and then sometimes you don't.
So with that, Taylor draws first blood,
Yep.
and we'll see what Canyon Lake can do once they get the ball. This is one of those things where Canyon Lake has not played a senior quarterback that is really playing well inside of their passing offense, and they have that tonight with Cole Harms.
Back deep to receive the kickoff for Canyon Lake. Jacob Ruff, Tristan Chacon, and Jacob Neal. Kicking the ball will be number 27, Ryan Hansen for the Taylor Ducks. All right, Hawk fans, let's get off your seat and on your feet. It's district time. Let's hear it, Hawk Nation. Well, Canyon Lake would like nothing better to take this ball and take 8 minutes off the clock and get a score.
Absolutely. Part of the strategy in a game like this is to keep the ball out of the offense's hands.
And Hansen boots one's real high. Chacon gets the ball. He's going to fair catch it at the goal line. So Canyon Lake will take the ball at the 25-yard line. So the Hawks will get the ball at the 25 as Chacon takes a fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 Canyon Lake with 7:58 to play here in the first quarter.
As you said, Corey, nothing more than the coaching staff would like to do is have a nice grinded out sort of drive here. And
there is a flag on the play. We missed that. So let's
look at our offside.
Flown way back on the backside, offsides against Taylor. So offsides against Taylor on the kick. And Canyon Lake will take that. It'll take it 5 yards further, out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Canyon Lake. Here comes Peyton McMullen and Chance Martelli in to start the Canyon Lake offense, and we'll see what Coach Moses has dialed up. In the backfield is Jacob Ruff along with Tristan Chacon. In motion comes, it's going to be Jacob Ruff right up the middle. And Jacob Ruff right up the middle. He'll get out to the 39-yard line to be 2nd down and 1. And Ruff went through there like a torpedo.
You talk about him running with aggression. I think he was a little mad he didn't get that sack on the quarterback on that 3rd down play, and he was looking to hit somebody as well as just blow up the middle of that
2nd and
defense.
1. Here comes the Hawk. McMullen up under center. Ruff in the backfield. It's going to be Ruff again. And Ruff will get across the 40-yard line. 41 on this tackle. That'll be J-Ron Carver. Jacob Ruff will get across the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon League first down.
I think Eric Blanco is going to be number 41. That's the one that was on
I don't have him up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
It's right over there. Yeah.
Here comes backside. Chacon cuts it up the middle behind his blockers, and Chacon gets across the midfield. Chacon out to midfield. He's brought down by Javon Carver. Chacon will pick up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Javon Carter coming up from the safety position to make that tackle.
Yeah, and Chacon kind of lowers their shoulder and went into him. I see our running backs running with a lot of desire, a lot of oomph. They're wanting to inflict a little bit of damage while they do their work.
In comes Neal with the play. Chacon in backfield with Rivera and Ruff. Rivera in motion, right side, dive play, and that's going to be Ruff again. Jacob Ruff, flag on the play as Ruff gets close to a 1st down, but we'll see what the call is.
play is way out on the far side of the field. I'm not sure what it was.
That's going to be a sideline warning on Taylor.
I see. That's why it came from the far side of the field.
So Jacob Ruff will get out to the 46-yard line. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
So both of these teams kind of filling each other out on the offensive side,
Absolutely.
laying a few haymakers as they go. So
Here
we'll
comes Martelli. He'll split out to the numbers right side. Ruff in the backfield. Chacon along with Rivera. This is going to be a backside trap to Rivera. Rivera has some room. There goes Nick twisting around. And Nick Rivera will get out to the 40-yard line.
So that was that fake dive play to the left, and then Rivera comes from the slot position back around to the right side of the formation. Got a little bit of room. Was able to get to about 6 yards before it made first contact, but they hit him pretty hard and was able to stop him at the 40-yard line.
Rivera will pick up 6 and be second and 4 behind Weber. Canyon Lake grinding this out. Run left, run right, dive play, misdirection, slot T offense. Packed backfield again. This is going to be Chacon. He has to pick his way. And Chacon will get hit by Blanco, number 41. He'll pick about 2 or 3 yards. It's going to be third down and 2.
And nice penetration by the end there. Forced Chacon to have to cut it back inside, just take what he could get, and was able to scramble for a couple of yards.
Klein, you're right, he did. All right, Hawk fans. As Klein comes in, Ruff in the backfield, Peyton under center, dive play Ruff, and there goes Ruff, boom, right through the middle, fumble on the play. And Ruff fumbles the ball, and Taylor says they have it, and they do.
Wow, that was
Taylor will take over first down at their own 25-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate. Ruff came through there, and this. Let's go back to a little history real quick. We had a game 1 2 years ago, and we fumbled 5 times, and we've fumbled a lot here this season already.
Well, I tell you what, Ruff had a head of steam. He came through there. He was looking for the extra yards. I think he thought he might even be able to break one tackle and go to the end zone, but got the ball stripped out of his arms as he was trying to break through that last guy.
First and 10, Taylor.
Coughs up the ball. It's unfortunate for Canyon Lake. Another mistake. That's two mistakes.
Two
one
mistakes.
One a penalty, one a missed sack, actually 3, and a fumble.
Here comes Cole Harms. Shotgun. He'll hand it off to Taylor. Taylor gets the ball, and he is met by Ruff. And Taylor will get the ball. It'll be a loss on the play as Ruff meets him. Loss of 3. Caleb Allman and J.T. Green on the tackle also. In comes Kohlberg, giving Jacob Ruff a rest. Kohlberg will go out to the Sam linebacker. It'll be second down and 13. And you just know Cole Harms has got a pass under his sleeve right here. Shotgun formation, trips left. Cole Harms looked out. This is a screen play.
And that could have been picked off. I'm not sure.
Could have been intercepted. And
they're going to say no. They're waving it off.
Now they're going to wave it off.
So the ball hits the receiver, pops straight up in the air.
The pass was incomplete.
Grayson Lee comes across. I thought he made a play on it. It was really hard to tell.
He had that ball.
I think he actually caught it on top of his own one of his defenders. But they're going to say it was down and good break for
the Ducks.
For the Ducks early in this game. But nice play by.
Third down and 13. Hawk fans and Duck fans.
Great recognition by the linebackers on that particular play, though.
Well, let's see what Cole Harms has got there. Trips left, single receiver on the left side. Here comes the blitz. Grayson. And there goes the ball way out of bounds. Pass out of bounds. Grayson Lee applying the pressure. And Cole Harms will wing down out of bounds, and it'll bring up fourth down for the Ducks.
I got to believe if that Grayson was playing with 100% on his left wheel, he probably would have lit Harms up. But Harms kind of twisted away from him at the last second and was able to throw the ball away out of bounds harmlessly, not really going for anybody.
Back deep to receive the kickoff is Jacob Neal, and kicking the ball will be number 27, Ryan Hansen. Hansen's a good kicker. He'll probably get an offer somewhere. He boots a nice end over, well, kind of wobbly. Jacob Neal's got the ball. And Jacob Neal.
That's actually Lorette. That's actually
Make that Lorette. Number 21 to Trent Lorette. 36-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will have it. 1st and 10.
This is the first game that Lorette's been back in a while. He was injured for a bit and missed about 3 or 4 games. And so this is the first time out there. Neal had been fielding a lot of punts for us, and obviously a little bit of the confusion there. But Lorette's back in the game, and we get the ball on offense and see what they do with it.
Here comes Martelli and Peyton McMullen up into the huddle there.
I like the adjustments that the defense did there. They began to bring more pressure on Cole Harm and better recognition on those pass plays.
Hawks up to the line of scrimmage, fast formation. This is going to be Jacob Ruffin. He just knocks the head behind one of his linemen. Ruff with the carry. He'll pick up about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 behind Nettie.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. Ruff really didn't have much of a hole and just drove into the back of his blocker. And
well, Coach Moses is giving the old slot team medicine right now, which will wear off later in the game. I'm sure that's philosophy. We did chew up a lot of that clock a while ago. Unfortunately, we had a fumble, so here comes 2nd down and 8 for Canyon Lake. McMullen under center. It's going to be backside to Chacon. He cuts it back in the middle, met by the linebacker. And Chacon, he may pick up 2 yards to the 39-yard line. He's met by number 41, Blanco again, the linebacker, and number 42, Odell. He'll only pick up 1. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Well, he's got him in the box, and it's going to be 3rd down, and Jacob Neal comes into the game.
This is a big play right here for the Canyon Lake offense. At 3rd and 7, it's kind of an in-betweener. They really didn't pick up the yardage they typically do on 1st and 2nd down, so we'll see what they call.
Coach likes to pass on these downs like this, and we'll see what he's got in his pocket. Going to be a backside, and Chacon with the ball, and he is brought down to the backfield. Number 42 on the stop, Reagan Odell. Be a loss of about a yard. It'll be 4th down for Canyon Lake. Well, you can't be happy if you're Canyon Lake and coming in there and having a big drive like that and fumbling the ball like that and giving the ball. Defense held, giving the ball back and not having the first down that they're looking for.
Yeah, quick 3 and out here is not what they wanted to have happen. They just good penetration by the Ducks at this point. Here's the punt. Lorette with the ball, the low liner.
Low liner, it's going to be a rugby style, and it's got a heck of a bounce, and it's keeping rolling inside the 10, down to the 5, down to, and Lorette down to the 2.5-yard line, and Trenton Lorette, your kicker, number 21. So that's where the Ducks will have it. 1st and 10, Taylor Ducks.
Well, that was a great punt by Lorette. Got a gift on the roll, low line drive, and was able to get them pinned way deep. And that's the best they could have hoped for. But very disappointing on the 3 and out on the offensive side of the ball. And I was just saying earlier, Taylor's guessing on this and stacking the box. I think they're going to probably have to open up a pass or 2 in order to
here we come. Here comes Cole Harms in the background. There's number 9, Jason Martinez with Harms, and they've got a trips to the left side, single set to the right. Here comes Martinez up. Harms takes the ball, and it's a pass play out in the flats, and they've got him hemmed in. Nice play by number 4, Brandon Robinson. Pass complete, but for a loss of a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Good play by B-Rob.
That's a great play by Brandon Robinson. He puts them right back on about the 1.5-yard line. They don't have a lot of room to go back here as they were pinned deep on that punt.
Brings up 2nd down and 12, trips to the right, and Harms in the backfield with Martinez, shotgun formation. Here comes the delayed blitz. Here they come, and boy, they caught the Canyon Lakes with the blitz, and still on his feet, Martinez. And blitz for the Hawks, and a screen play out to Martinez is good all the way out to the 26-yard line. That'll give the Ducks a 1st down.
It's a perfect call by the coaching staff on the Taylor Ducks side. They
Coach
do the
Huber brought
screen.
everybody, and we missed it on the screen. Big play by the Ducks. Here comes Harms, into the flats he comes, and that pass is incomplete to Martinez, number 9. J.T. Green applying the pressure. They're making them 2nd down and 10.
They were trying to throw a little swing pass. Ball was thrown laterally, but it looked like they could have almost went back, but they were able to they were able to knock the ball off.
Second down. Martinez with the carry, and there has been a flag on the play. Timeout.
So there's a flag on the play on that, and that's gonna. Referees are looking it over. The play went for about 3 yards.
That's about right. About 3 yards. They're saying it's going to be on Taylor, but they're talking to Coach Drum, and here is the call. Personal foul, chop block on the Ducks, and Canyon Lake will push them back, and they'll take that all the way back across the 20 down to the, we'll make it the 13-yard line. So it'll be second down and a ways for the Ducks. That's a big penalty. Them pushing them all the way back. Took back that nice screen play that they had earlier.
Well,
32 seconds left in the first half. 7-0. Your Taylor Ducks are up. Here comes Harms. Twins right and left. Martinez in the backfield. Harms takes the ball. And downfield, he fires one out behind the linebackers. Pass complete to number 1, JoJo Torres. He'll get about 12 yards on that.
It's going to get them back almost, past the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 8.
And that's the end of first quarter here at Canyon Lake High School. Your score, the Taylor Ducks 7 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 0. Well, I'll tell you what, Derek, that was some unfortunate items. Either the Canyon Lake caused themselves, or they just couldn't get it going on that second offensive push, but showed brightness on the first offensive push they had.
Well, I tell you what, with a couple things that could come to mind about the whole thing. On the defensive side of the ball, they've been one play away from making the play that would stop the drive, that would put the Ducks in a tough position to this point. They've made a couple of mistakes. And they had a late hit penalty. They had a turnover. They had a missed sack that ended up leading to the touchdown. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we're driving well, making good progress, and cough the ball up. So that's all a lot of mistakes when you look at it from Canyon Lake. They're lucky that it's only 7-0 at this point. Now they do have them behind the sticks as they start the second quarter.
Starting in the second quarter, it's the Ducks. They'll have it 3rd down and 7 at their own 29-yard line.
It's 3rd down and
3rd down and 8, I think is what they're calling it.
We're going to call that 3rd down and 8. Big 3rd down here. Let's see if Canyon Lake can come up with the stop. Harms in the backfield. He sees Ruff on a blitz. He's calling an audible. He'll get out of that. Let's see if Ruff continues with that blitz. Ruff will go blitz. And he comes out and covers a fat Harms. Bleeds one across the second. And Harms with the pass right across the middle. Number 14 on the reception, Estrada. That'll give the Taylors a 1st down all the way out to their own 43-yard line. And I'll tell you what.
Well, Ruff faked the blitz. He actually went into coverage, but Harms got an arm, and he was just threaded the needle on that play. Here he is at the throw. Back to number 1.
And another pass play caught at the Cooks midfield. Goes to Torres. Neal on the tackle, and it'll bring a gain of 8 yards, 2nd down and 8. And he's having his way with the Canyon Lake secondary at this time. Trips right, Harms in the backfield again. Here comes the blitz, and this time they'll get him. Blitz by number 36, Alex Harden. And Alex Harden picks up his 4th sack of the season.
Well,
it'll be a loss of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
They ran a great stunt over on the far side. Great stunt on the far side of the field with Alex Harden. He looped around out of that tackle position, came around the end, was able to get great penetration on Harms before he could even really set his feet.
Here comes Harms. He'll take the snap, looks to the right side. Blitz is on. He throws one across. Wide open again. Number 14 wide open. He'll catch the pass. Estrada. And Harms to Estrada will get all the way down to the 35-yard line of Canyon Lake. 1st and 10. 10:38 to go here in the second quarter, and Harms will get up to the line of scrimmage, and they're just Swiss cheese in the secondary of Canyon Lake at this point. Here comes a blitz, and inside Ruff will take the angle. Tripped up by Ruff, brought down by Robinson and Grayson Lee. Martinez will pick up about 3. It'll second down and 7.
Well, Canyon Lake's attempting to play a zone defense with their defensive backs, and that means they've got to really break on the ball with authority, and it's just not happening right at the moment.
Second down and 3. Here comes the run option to Martinez. He slices through. He's going to be close to a first down. Martinez on the carry, brought down by Weber, number 52. And J.T. Green, he'll be about a yard short. It's going to be a 3rd and short for the first. Well, Coach Hooper's bringing in his players. Pendleton just came out. And
well, against this hurry-up offense, he's going to have to sub a lot of players to keep them fresh.
Canyon Lake down 7-0 to 9:33 to play here. Hawk defense a little shocked here. 3rd down and a short one, and it's going to be an RPO. And right up the middle is Taylor. There he goes across the 5. And touchdown, Taylor Ducks. And on the run, right up the middle, number 23, Jason Salcedo, and Taylor gets on the board again. 9:18 to play here in the second quarter. Well, that's got to be frustrating for Canyon Lake as they had so much momentum in the first quarter, and now they're down 14-0. Never been in a spot like this season. And I told you, as Darren did, as Don did, as we talked about in the pregame show, this is going to be a knockdown dragout.
Well, they haven't played an offense.
No good.
They haven't played an offense as running as efficiently as this one is right at the moment.
Yeah.
Harms, the senior quarterback, he's able to make all the throws, and he's got a pretty live arm, and he knows exactly where his guys are going to be. On the defensive side of the ball, they've gotten some pressure on him. They just haven't been able to really rough him up when they've got in there. And they're playing a sort of a zone coverage in the defensive backfield, which means when that receiver comes out and breaks into an area, they have got to make a break on the ball. They've got to read the quarterback and see what he's doing, and that's a little different than when you play man-to-man. Man-to-man, you have that one-on-one responsibility with that receiver, and they got Canyon Lake on their heels right at the moment from a defensive perspective. Because as soon as they began to tighten up in the defensive backfield, they pinched off a couple of dive plays up the middle, and that hurt them.
Hawk fans, on your feet, kickoff time. Back deep is Chacon, Ruff, and Neal.
So here we come with the kickoff. Teams getting out on the field. You got Chacon back deep.
Timeout has been called by the Ducks.
So
because they have that's an unusual timeout by the Ducks. They have 40 seconds to get the ball, or it's a penalty, and they weren't, for some reason, they hadn't got it together over there, so the coach called the timeout as the 40-second clock was winding down.
Well, you think about that, sometimes you have a quick score like that. They were at about the 25-yard line, probably not anticipating that they're going to break off a 25-yard run. They were able to punch the ball in fairly quickly, and that can kind of keep your special teams a little bit off kilter.
Don, how many yards does the Duck have right now?
They have 137 yards passing and just 30 yards rushing.
And the Hawks?
Hawks, I can count on my finger. 47 yards.
Sir.
47 yards.
All right, Hawk fans, on your feet. It's kickoff time. Again, back deep for Canyon Lake. Jacob Ruff, Tristan Chacon, and Jacob Neal. Kicking the ball off at the 40-yard line, number 27, Ryan Hansen.
All right, Hawk fans, let's get behind your Canyon Lake Hawks.
And here comes Hansen, and let's see if he puts his leg into it, and he does. Nice high kick, and Chacon's going to get this at about the 2. He'll be out to the 10-yard. There's a window there. He cuts back, gets into the traffic, and Chacon will get down inside, just outside the 20-yard line. Chacon gets to the 22-yard line. That's where Canyon Lake will have it. 1st and 10. Well, let's see what Coach Moses has dialed up on the old slot T offense there as Martelli and McMullen come into the game, bringing in the first play. 1st and 10, Hawks at their 22. Crowd a little bit stunned right now as Martelli comes in, splits wide out to the left side. In comes Peyton McMullen. Rough in the backfield. It's going to be a Tristan Chacon backside trap, and there goes, that's Nick Rivera. And
no, that's Lorette.
Lorette on the carry. He'll get out to the 34-yard line. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for Canyon Lake. First down. Good to see Lorette back after being out for at least 4 weeks, I believe, and he is an asset to the team as Lucero comes in. Tight formation for Canyon Lake. It's going to be a dive play, and here comes Caleb Allman. Caleb Allman breaks it outside. There goes Caleb Allman. He's out to the 40, the 30. They're not going to catch him. Caleb Allman busts one out for the Hawks. Touchdown, Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake touchdown. Number 5, Caleb Allman with the juice on the right side as a Hawks score at 8:31 here in the second quarter. Wow, what a sprint to the finish was Caleb Allman.
Well, Caleb Allman showed his speed as he broke through the middle of the line and coming from that fullback position, immediately broke to the right side of the formation and just outran the linebackers, and then it was a foot race. Then it was a foot race, and he showed the speed that he has.
Here comes the extra point attempt by Trenton Lorette. Brandon Robinson, your holder. Here's a snap, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Hawks get on the board. 8:31 here in the second quarter. The Taylor Ducks 13 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 7. Now we got a game, as they say. We knew this was going to be a battle, Don.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Mr. Allman because he has speed that we didn't see last year. You just saw right there. I mean, Taylor had their DBs. They're not slow guys, and he put distance between them after he broke into the open. That was a 65-yard run. So he had a 13-yard run by Trenton Lorette for first down, then a 65-yard run by Caleb Allman for the touchdown. And Canyon Lake looks like they might have woken up, hopefully.
Let's see what happens.
Their defense needs to respond now.
All right, Hawk fans, on your feet, off your seat. Kickoff time at Canyon Lake High School. A tradition for the Hawk Nation. Back deep to catch the kickoff will be number 9, Martinez. And I believe that's number 21, Alfaro. All right, Hawk fans, let's get behind your Canyon Lake Hawks. Make that number 12, Ryan Nayek. And puts his leg into it. Nice kick all the way back out to the goal line, and Nayek will take this ball, and it'll be a touchback for the Ducks, and they'll take it out to the 25-yard line. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Okay, well, that's in there. Yeah, that's in there. We had a lady come into the room here, and
and she was needing some directions, and you gave them to her.
1st and 10, Ducks. Here come the Ducks. Harms takes the ball, looks to the left. It'll be a run. The left side cuts back is Taylor, and tackle made by number 55. That's going to be Kyle Ewell. Pickup of about 7, and they're going to give him. It'll be 2nd down and 3. And that was number 12 on the carry. I think that's Nayek. Shotgun formation again, which will be an all-night quick screen out to the right side, and it's tackled. It's destroyed. And Nick Rivera on the stop. Pass complete. And Nick Rivera immediately on the reception of number 14, Estrada. That'll be 3rd down and 3. Well, Canyon Lake looking to hold them here. It'll be a good way for Canyon Lake to get the ball back, and I can promise you, as much as Harms has been slicing and dicing the Hawks, they'll put it to their handy receiver, probably your slot guy, number 1, Jojo Torres. Let's see what Harms has got up his sleeve as Grayson Lee looks like he's going to. And flag on the play. And that'll be motion on the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. And that will repeat 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd down at the 27-yard line. Here comes Harms up to the line of scrimmage. Naik in the backfield. It's going to be a run option pass. He's going to throw the ball pass, and it's high. Pass incomplete. Pressure applied by Brandon Robinson and JT Green. So it'll be 4th down and 8 for the Ducks as the Canyon Lake defense holds.
Well, that's where the pressure actually came to bear, and we actually get our first, the second stop of their offense tonight, and this will be their second punt, I believe.
Well, Coach Hooper dialed it up, brought 2 men, and caught Cole Harms right in the mid-pass, and he had to get it away, and it was way off mark. So here comes the punt from Hanson, number 27. And we saw him kick 65-yarders earlier. Here's a nice kick up in the air. Lorette's going to let this go as it goes sideways out of bounds. And punt goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's where Canyon Lake will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Hawks stop the Ducks. The Ducks have already stopped the Hawks. It's 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We're Canyon Lake Broadcasting, voice of the Hawks, coming to you live from Canyon Lake, Texas, an affiliate of KMAX Sports. And our QA over there at KMAX Sports is none other than
Cameron Songer. He's stepping in, and we had a little issue early on in this game, a little confusion, and so we just went. And
1st and 10, Canyon Lake. Well, let's see what we got. Caleb Allman in the backfield. Ruff's getting a red breather. It's going to be a dive play. There's Caleb Allman again, twisting and turning. And Caleb Allman behind DeLeon. And Allman, he'll cut across the 40-yard line down to the 43.
That was a nice run by Allman. That's going to get a first. I think, yeah, that's a first down.
They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down. Right behind DeLeon, great block by the center. Backside sweep. Here comes Lorette, right side. He's got some room across the 50, cuts back. And Trent Lorette will cut across midfield down to the 42-yard line as he gets behind Hodge. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
Now it's Canyon Lake playing with some pace. Again, that's Lorette coming from that slot position, and he takes the
timeout. Taylor Ducks
takes the ball on an end around and gets a couple lead blocks out there, and found some space and was able to rip off a nice run.
Real good run by Lorette. Again, just for y'all, the listening audience out there, Lorette's been out for before Wimberley, and that was game number 2.
It's after the first game.
It was the first
after
game.
the first game.
Don.
Yeah.
And so we haven't seen him. He's a big asset to the team.
Haven't seen him since Marble Falls.
Absolutely, and he's as you said, he's another threat back there, another runner threat. They've had some injuries early in the season and had some people out. And it's good to see him out there having an impact on the game.
Yeah, good move by the Taylor Ducks coaching staff to give their kids a little rehash because Taylor was on its heels as the Hawks begin to roll here a couple of plays. And calling a timeout stops that momentum. It's a defensive tactic and was well used
absolutely.
by Taylor.
It is, but that leaves them with one timeout left with 6 minutes left in the game, so in the half. So
it'll be first and 10, Canyon Lake at the Duck 42.
Well, we'll see if that has an impact as the game wears on.
Here comes Martelli daily on to the line of scrimmage. Double tight formation. Nick Rivera in motion. It's going to be a dive play. Caleb Allman again. And Allman, he'll go through the left side. He's tackled there by number 20 of Taylor. That'll be Byron Sweet. Gain of 4. We'll call it second down and 6.
Allman did a nice job. It's just redirecting his feet just a little bit to find that hole and find that little seam between the tackle and the guard. Was able to make a nice little gain for 4 yards.
Out comes DeLeon and Lucero. Allman in the backfield. Backside sweep to Rivera again. This time Rivera with the ball. He'll get caught up in traffic. He'll pick up maybe a yard. Tackled by number 10, Stephen Leal. Third down. And we'll call it a long 6.
This is a big third down right here for Canyon Lake. They're on the right side of the field driving on Taylor, and they really want to try to hit some pay dirt here from an offensive perspective.
Martelli split out wide the numbers left side along with Rivera. And let's see if Coach backside trap play. And a backside trap for Tristan Chacon. He'll get behind netting in DeLeon. and Shepard. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
Nice call right there. That time the end got kicked out, and Tristan Chacon was able to find a seam and was able to go for
Almost
a nice rip of about 12 yards on that play.
In comes Neal and DeLeon. Levere in the backfield with Chacon and Ruff. And there's flag on the play.
They're going to get a motion.
They got a motion and probably going to go against Canyon Lake. I don't know that.
Motion.
Motion on the Hawks. That'll back up Canyon Lake 5 yards. All the way to the 37-yard line. Make it
33.
33-yard line. It'll repeat first down. Well, Canyon Lake will bring in Caleb Allman. Here comes Ruff, comes out. Jacob Neal comes in. Martelli goes out. Break from the huddle. McMullen way up under center. In motion was Lorette. It's going to be a jet sweep and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Lorette on a run. Number 20 shooting the gap. That's Byron Sweet. Big loss on the play of about 6.
That was well sniffed out by the inside. I mean the end the linebacker actually came on a blitz, and he basically shot across the line of scrimmage, was able to hit Lorette as he was coming across. Really had no hope. As soon as he got the ball, he was teed up and got knocked to the ground.
Good play by the defense for Taylor. In comes Ruff, out comes Allman, in goes Martelli. Second down in a long ways, about 20 yards.
21 yards.
21 yards. Double split out formation. Usually this is a passing deal. And we have a timeout by the Hawks before the snap. Now stop the clock with 3:38 to play here in the second quarter. Your score, the Ducks 13 and the Hawks 7. Well, it's been a shootout. Coach has got to come away with some points here. We do get the ball to open up the second half. So scoring here for Canyon Lake and finishing this drive, Don, would be monumental.
Yeah, they want to bleed as much clock as they can right now. Their biggest concern is gaining 21 yards and 2 downs. They will go for it. I don't think they'll. Well, it's based on how many yards you get on this next play. Will tell you if they're going to try to punt and put them deeper in their territory or go for it.
Well, we got a new kicker, Nash Young. He might get close enough for a field goal. Who knows?
Yeah, you're going to have to get about 15 or more yards to get where you're close to a field goal.
Hey, listening, Hawk fans out there listening tonight, write this number down, 210-246-3345. That's 210-246-3345. We're going to give away some stuff here at halftime. All right, brings up second down and 21 for Canyon Lake at the Taylor 39-yard line. 3:38 to play here in the second quarter. Split out is Lorette and Martelli at the top of the page. It's going to be a dive play to Ruff. And it's going to be Jacob Ruff up the middle. He's hit by a whole bunch of white jerseys. Number 32, the ball carries. He's got 43 on the tackle.
They got no push
That'd
on the line of
Javon
scrimmage.
Carter.
Got no push at all on the line of scrimmage just then, and Lorette was met right in the hole for no gain. That's a tough play to come out of a timeout with that call.
Result, yeah.
That result. That's not what they wanted to see.
Canyon Lake. They're going to go for it. Fourth down.
It's third down.
Third down. I'm sorry. Outstretched is Neal. Lorette on this side. It's going to be a pass play. There goes McMullen to the right side. Ruff gets the ball, and Ruff with the catch, and he is down. So it'll be an incomplete pass at the 40-yard line. Brings up fourth down for Canyon Lake. Well, they read that one all the way.
Well,
that was a great play by the linebacker of Taylor. I believe that was number 20 who made that. He read it. That's Byron Sweet. So it'll be fourth down for the Hawks. 2:53 to play in the second quarter.
So they try to run a screen play, right? So that jailbreak, they let everybody through. Linebacker stays home and just covers the Lorette. Lorette hits the ball. The ball hits him in the hand. He would have caught it, but he got teed up as soon as the ball as he got hit. Was not able to make a football move with it. They call it an incomplete pass and not a fumble.
Back team received the kick is number 12. It's going to be an end-over-end kick, and it's going to check up.
They're going to field that ball.
And they fielded the ball down there, and the return tackled by Slater and number 42 Ward. we have a duck down on the sideline. Well, he's back up now. Number 12 had the reception. The ball hit the 1 yard line, and Nayek took the ball, and he took off out of there and barely got out of there with his life and returned it out to the 14-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting situation because I thought the ball was touched by a Canyon Lake player down there and stopping the ball at about the 1 yard line. They allowed the return man to pick it up and then advance the ball for about 12 yards from where he picked it up at.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Taylor. 2:41 to play in the second quarter at their own 14-yard line. And you just know the Taylor Ducks will want to put something on the board just as much as Canyon Lake did a while ago because they're going to kick the ball away. And we have an official timeout. And here we go, 1st and 10, Taylor Ducks. Well, they had an equipment problem. They sent a player out back in, so they want to take advantage of this 2:41 left on the clock by Canyon Lake by all means. It'll be a Martinez run. Here comes Ruff, and Ruff is not having any of that. Ruff filling the gap on Martinez with the carry. He'll pick up maybe a yard, make it 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Also on the tackle, Alex Harden. So the Hawks have got to stand stiff as they'll get the ball back and they open up the second half as we talked about. Here comes Harms. Harms takes the ball, the snap, looks to right, left, pump fakes, has a man in the flat. In and out of the arms of number 1, JoJo Torres. And that'll stop the clock at 2:08. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Torres is not one of those guys that misses the ball very often, so fortunate situation there for Canyon Lake. It's going to bring up as you said, a 3rd and long, and this is where the defense needs to rise up and get the ball back for them.
So it brings up 3rd down and 8. Trips to the right. Martinez in the backfield, sweet to the left side. Jacob Ruff looks like he's going to rush, and he does. He pushes the pile all the way back, and there's a ball way up in the air, and he just lets this one fly. Pass incomplete. And there goes the flag. And I'll tell you what, the coaches are not going to be happy on either side.
No, this is
little funny business going on there.
Yeah, we got Alex Harden running down there, bumping into number 9. That's Jason Martinez. They're kind of baiting each other in the whole thing, and I don't know who they're going to call this on. It could go either way.
It could. Alex Harden getting free coaching by Coach Hooper, as we like to say. So let's see the call. It could go both ways. Could go one way or the other. We just don't know. We're not on the field, but they went at it. Here's the call. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Taylor. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Canyon Lake. Both penalties be offsetting. Bring up 4th down and 8 for the Taylor Ducks.
Well, Canyon Lake got lucky that was an offsetting penalty because, again, it's one of those mental mistakes that you just don't need. With 2 minutes left here, you just want to get the ball back and give your offense a chance to get this game either tied up or go ahead by 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Hanson will be kicking the ball at the goal line. Back deep will be Trent Lorette at the 40. Here comes the punt. And like I said a while ago, there have been some good punts by the Taylor Ducks. Here comes one now. And it's going to be a nice spiraling kick. Beautiful kick up in the air. Lorette will take it at 35. He'll do a little move here. He'll break free of the first wave. He's got the 50-yard line. There goes Trent Lorette. And Trent Lorette gets past the first wave, second wave, and Lorette returns the ball all the way out to the Taylor Duck 37-8-yard line.
I tell you, there's a great run back by Lorette. He catches the ball. It's a huge punt in a nice spiral. He got it about the 35-yard line or so. Had 2 guys. He kind of did a juke move. They both collapsed on him. He just split them and was able to break the tackle. One of those guys is limping off the field after it's all said and done, and he just turns it upfield for a nice gain.
Here comes McMullen. Caleb Allman in the backfield this time. In the red motion goes. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. And McMullen with the quarterback keeper. He'll get to the 35-yard line as time runs off. 1:37 to play. Gain of 3. Hawks in a hurry-up offense here. 2nd down and 7. Allman in the backfield. This time he's going to roll out to the right side, look downfield. Got it to JT Green. JT Green.
Got a block downfield.
JT Green. And JT Green all the way down with the pass complete. All the way down to the 6-yard line. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
Howdy. McMullen hits JT Green on a little flare pass out in the flats. He just turns it upfield, gets 2 great blocks, and he just tight ropes the sideline, almost punches it in, gets knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. I thought maybe he tight roped all the way down to the 1.
You're not just going to go push JT Green out of bounds.
No, he's a big boy. He's a big fella.
He's
Once
a corn-fed boy.
He got to rumbling and bumbling down there, and I tell you what, I thought he was going to punch it in. So here we go.
Here we go. First and goal from the 6. Backside is going to be Chacon. Traps it back inside. And Chacon, backside, gets in behind Hodge. He'll pick up a few yards inside to the 2-yard line. That'll be second and goal from the 2. 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. In comes Ruff, out comes Allman.
That was a good run by Chacon. He had one man to beat. It was a collision at about the 2-yard line. They kept him from punching it in. But
they're going to bleed the clock now, guys.
Here comes Martelli. They're bleeding the clock down. 49 seconds to go. Martelli comes in with the play. Canyon Lake has 2 timeouts to go. Jacob Ruff in the backfield. McMullen up under center. Dive play. Jacob Ruff. And touchdown. Jacob Ruff, touchdown! Touchdown, Jacob Ruff. And there is a flag on the play. So after the touchdown, there was a penalty, and I'm not sure what it was. It's going to go against Canyon Lake, I believe, and I don't know with the new UIL rules. Let's see how this plays out. And there's a lot of commotion on the field. The coaches are on the field, and Taylor's clapping like it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and no touchdown. I'm not real sure, but the touchdown became before the penalty, so
we're waiting on the call.
Touchdown is good. Personal foul on the Hawks, and it'll be assessed here on the extra point. So Lorette will have a field goal extra point of, let's see, that's
27 yards. Yeah, he'll be kicking from the 17 or 18-yard line, and it'll be so it'll be.
Let's see what Lorette's legs made out of.
No, I mean that's where the snap will be. It'll be 7 behind that. So you're right. That's going to be about a 35-yarder. Yep, 35-yard kick right here.
The kick is up, and the kick is good, and Lorette comes through. With 37 seconds left in the first half of play, the Taylor Ducks 13 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 14. I'll tell you, it's a slugfest. There's a lot of John going on.
A lot of emotion.
And it's going to be some brutality down there.
Yeah.
I know we can't say everything we see on the field, but we're giving you the best we can. And it's become a smash-mouth football game, kind of like the Blanco game, Don.
Well, that was all set up by the Trenton Lorette punt return. That was a 49-yard punt by the Taylor Ducks punter. That guy is just incredible. He has like a 45-yard, 46-yard average tonight already. But that 29-yard return, 27-yard return set us up on the 38-yard line, which allowed us to make the damage on them.
All right, Hawk fans, kicking off at the 40-yard line will be Nash Young. Receiving the kickoff for the Taylor Ducks will be number 9, Martinez, and number 12, Naya. So, Hawk fans, everyone off your seat and on your feet. It's kickoff time here at Canyon Lake High School.
Well, don't forget about that great pass by JT Green that got them down there deep into their territory after the fine punt return by Lorette.
Absolutely. There comes Nash Young. 3 weeks ago, he was on the soccer team, and now he's kicking kickoffs, and he's going to let this one hang a little bit. They'll return this one. He's at the 4-yard line. It'll be Nayak, and he gets across the 10. He runs into a bunch of traffic, weaves in and out, and somewhere over in the pile. And the return will get the Ducks all the way out to the 17-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and 10 with 28 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, the good thing here is they burned 2 timeouts already in this half, so they only have 1 timeout to work with. Now, they're passing offense, and you can do a lot of things. They know how to use the clock. but they're not gonna be able to do a lot of those passes across the middle. They're gonna have to be throwing it out to the edges so that they have an opportunity to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
They burn 9 seconds on their return.
Behind your Kenya Lake Hawks.
Yeah, you can bet that the coaching staff probably didn't want to see that happen as they fought for more yardage on the return.
Here comes Harms. He's in the backfield. Shotgun. Nobody back there with him. Here comes the blitz. Zinging across the field.
Intercepted!
Interception. Trent Lorette. Interception. He's going to score. Kenya Lake scores. And touchdown on a pick six. Trent Lorette picks off Harms. And 16 seconds left. Lorette pick six.
JT Green came from his end position on a hard rush. Got one hand on the back of Harms. Harms kind of let it fly, and he went over the top of his receiver by about 3 feet and right into the waiting arms of Lorette. And of course, we talked about how dangerous he is on the punt return, how dangerous he is in the backfield as a free safety. He gathers in the ball and just takes it down the right sideline into pay dirt.
Absolutely.
All right,
Good
now
play by Lorette.
Now Lorette's making up for all that lost time not playing in his senior year right now. He kicks a 35-yard extra point, or 38-yard extra point. The guy's on fire right now. Let's just say I know who I'm interviewing.
Well, Trent Lorette's a 3-year senior here at Kenya Lake High School on the varsity. He's been out since game 1, so it's good to see him back, having an impact. We have several injuries from some of our starting people here at Kenya Lake. And when you go against a good team like Taylor and you're in district, it's the first game. Each team is going to give you all they can. I mean, it's like a rival.
Well, this is the other thing you add to that touchdown. We get the ball first to start the second half.
The extra point attempt will be by Trent Lorette. Brandon Robinson will be holding the ball. Here's the snap, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 16 seconds to go here in the second quarter, the Kenya Lake Hawks 21 and the Ducks 13.
That's a good observation there, Don, because this could be a 3-score swing in a matter of just a few seconds in terms of the score, the interception for a score, and if they can get the ball back and do something with it in their first possession of the second half, could really turn the tide in this game.
Well, you got to feel good for the Lorette family. He's had some injuries, and they brought him back tonight. So we're up 21-13, 16 seconds here in the half, and I can tell you what Coach is telling them down there right now. Do not let them run this ball back for a touchdown because I can tell you, number 12, Ronan Nick, he's got a 4.5 speed, and if he gets a window, it's Katie Barr at the door.
Well, I can bet I wouldn't be surprised if they even punch it out of bounds and give them the ball at the 35-yard line. At the end of the day, you just want to stop the momentum.
Now, what's this penalty for?
And there was a penalty will be assessed on Kenya Lake, and they'll kick the ball off at the 25-yard line. Sorry, we didn't catch the penalty. Now, Nash Young can't put it in the end zone from the 40. So this stretches the field out and gives somebody a big head of steam. This is what you don't want in this situation. Let's see where Coach tells him to put it. You basically have 2, maybe 3 plays. If Taylor gets the ball back at this point, they've got the one timeout. Timeout has been called by Canyon Lake.
The play might be here is to kick this as far as you can, but along one of the far sidelines and allow the ball to dribble out of bounds. It ends up being a penalty, but they're going to take the ball at the 35-yard line, and it just stops the momentum.
It's better than Martinez or Nagg.
Absolutely. So
now that's a penalty that would actually be helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So from where they're at, I mean, you can do a lot of different strategies here, but that's one way to play it.
I wonder if they had another 15-yard penalty and they kicked it out of bounds on the 50, and then the other team got this ball on the 35.
I don't know how the rule works in that regard, but it is something to be contemplated. But I think if they did kick it deep to where it goes out about around the 20,
well, let's see what Coach
that it would in fact come back to the 35.
Let's see what Coach Drum has drawn up for the senior Nash.
Not young, but new to the team.
Yeah. He points at about the 40, fair catch at the 42-yard line. And number 2, fair catch, that's going to be Josh Blue. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Now, they've got one timeout, as you mentioned, and they don't want an easy kick or an easy pass. They'll probably go into a nickel defense.
But I tell you what, They could decide to take a knee and just get out of the half. I mean,
But-
think about what happened on
But
the last
Hansen,
possession.
their kicker Hansen,
Has a leg.
He's got
Got a
a
huge leg.
50-yard field goal range. So if they could get it to the 40 on a couple passes, Hansen could put some points on the board for the Ducks. He's a gifted athlete at kicking. Here comes 1st and 10 to Ducks. Here comes Harms. He'll take the ball and movement on the line. Here comes the pressure again. Harms fires one out. Pass incomplete. And Caleb Allman on the defense, intended for a sweep. That'll stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. Caleb Allman came up and gave it the old 1-2 Jimmy go.
The key right now is Canyon Lake putting pressure on Harms. He has to pass it quicker than he wants to.
Yeah, and just making him uncomfortable.
Canyon Lake's in a nickel package, 5 deep, back to the 30-yard line. Here comes Harms. Naik in the backfield. In motion comes the receiver, number 12. Look out, pump fake to the right side. They'll get a bubble screen. They're not going to get much out of it. Number 12 on the catch is going to be Naik. And it'll be a gain of about 5 seconds to go. 3rd down and 7. Well, this will be the last play, barring a penalty. And coach has got the defensive secretary all the way back to the 20-yard line. The ball's at the 46 of the Ducks. And the linebackers are strung back across the 45. Here comes Harm. Here comes a big rush. Harm zings one all the way to the far side. It's caught, and the ball's complete. And that will be the end of first half of play here at Canyon Lake High School. Your score, the Taylor Ducks 13 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 21.
He was able to make a completion on that last play. The receiver runs out of bounds after about a 10-yard gain, but it was to no avail as the clock had expired.
Well, definitely a tale of 2 different quarters there. Being that the first quarter, Taylor had Canyon Lake's number without end. And then after that, Taylor stopped us. We stopped them. We dropped the fumble. Taylor kept on the pressure. They scored. We got the ball back. Caleb Allman took 160-something yards to get Canyon Lake up on the board. That gave them some life. We held them. They got the ball back and scored. And then towards the end there, we had number 21, Trent Lorette, with the pick 6 that sealed the deal for the half. And Canyon Lake will get that ball coming into start of the second half. Don, first half stats for us? Not yet? No? Oh, okay.
He's still ciphering. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Public Safety Football League, live and in color.
Welcome.
Come on out and see the rougher side of public safety. Hard-hitting, non-stop, full-contact action, all for charity. Watch your local law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, correction officers, and military as they take it to the field to raise money for charity. Sunday, October 14th, the New Braunfels Outlaws will take on the Alamo City Reapers. Gates open at 4 p.m., kickoff at 5 p.m. at beautiful Bob Shelton Stadium in Buda, Texas. Tickets are $5 pre-sale, $7 at the gate. Contact a TPSFL player for tickets or contact Kevin at 830-433-1864 for your pre-sale tickets. Go online and visit the New Braunfels Outlaws on Facebook. Pre-game activities include a salute to the cancer survivors, tailgating, and a halftime entertainment show by the Cody Parker Band. See you there, and go Outlaws!
Hey, Hawk fans, you know where to go when you want fine Tex-Mex food, and that's Meemaw's Tacos. Meemaw's Tacos, owned and operated by David and Melissa Sauceda, serving the best Tex-Mex food at the lake. Come by and see David and Melissa and try their mini lunch plates from fajitas, enchiladas, and nachos and more. With 22 years experience of the hand-me-down recipes from Meemaw herself, these traditional made-from-scratch Tex-Mex recipes are sure to impress. The staff will get you in and out and take your order as quickly as possible. But don't go too fast because you'll miss out on some great Tex-Mex food. So whether you're dining in or taking out on the road, Meemaw's is a place for good Tex-Mex food. On your way to work, going to school, grab a few tacos and spread the wealth and let others enjoy the handmade treasures from Meemaw's. So why have 2 tacos when you can have 12 is what I say. Don't forget about their delicious sauces made fresh daily and all of those delicious, fluffy-made flour tortillas. Give them a call at 830-935-2018. That's 830-935-2018. Or look them up on Facebook. They're in the Hancock Center next to Lucky's. Proudly supporting the Hawks. Go Hawks!
Hey, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, you're part of an elite group, the Brotherhood of Texas High School Football. All football players, past and present, who have ever suited up in the Lone Star State are eligible. Go to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood. And thank you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Hey there, Hawk fans. Tired of struggling with parking, long ticket lines, and crowded seats here at Hawk Stadium? Your Canyon Lake High School Athletic Booster Club has the solution. Memberships at Hawk level or higher qualify members for reserved parking, elite entrance, and reserved stadium seating for all home varsity football games. Memberships help purchase gear and equipment from multiple sports and help provide off-campus meals for all of our traveling teams. And $12,000 in scholarships were awarded to student athletes last year. Please join us for this year's Casino Night Scholarship Fundraiser to be held on Friday, October 5th at Goofy's Bar and Grill. For more information, contact us through Facebook or Instagram.
Thank you, and go Hawks!
And Canyon Lake Broadcasting back live on the air from Canyon Lake, Texas. This is Canyon Lake Broadcasting, the voice of the Hawks. Your halftime score here at Canyon Lake, Texas is the Hawks 21 and the Taylor Ducks 13. What a tale of two quarters. Owned by the Ducks is the first quarter, and owned by Canyon Lake is the second. And here with your halftime stats is the owner, Don Holmes of the HilltopNewspaper.com, our stat guy and the only Longhorn in the box right now, but we won't hold that against him, as we like for him to give us accurate stats as much as possible. Don, how's it looking for the game?
Well, we have the Ducks with 178 total yards, 10 first downs. They rushed the ball 8 times for 39 yards. The majority of that, 30 yards of that, was that one touchdown run that they had. And then they've thrown it 26 times, completed 15, but you can also say they completed it 16 times because one went to Canyon Lake. It took it back for a touchdown. And so they have 149 yards through the air. This is the fun stat. 3 punts for 44.3 yard average. They've had no fumbles, and they've had 4 penalties for 30 yards. Canyon Lake is 195 yards. They have 9 first downs, 21 carries for 166 yards, most of that coming from a 65-yard run from Caleb Allman. They've thrown it twice, completed 1 time for 29 yards for J.T. Green. That set up the touchdown for the Hawks. And 2 punts for 43.5 yard average by Trenton Lorette. There's been 1 fumble that was lost by the Hawks. The other thing Canyon Lake's going to have to improve on is their hot head. They have 4 penalties for 50 yards. And so they need to cool that part of it off, too.
And they had a couple of sportsmanlikes in those
Could have cost
penalties.
us an extra point.
Without a doubt.
And you just can't keep doing that.
But definitely a coming out party for Trenton Lorette tonight in the first half. He definitely has shown his kicking ability, his defensive abilities, and his offensive ability.
Yeah, he has 22 yards rushing to boot.
All right, exactly.
You look for that when you're down like this. It's the first district game. No love lost. Last 2 district titles have been between Canyon Lake and Taylor.
Right.
They come here tonight, and Canyon Lake takes it right in the face. So you look for that spark, and who shows up? Trenton Lorette. Martelli gave it to the team at Wimberley over when we played Marble Falls.
Yeah, well, what we have is that Canyon Lake, in two weeks ago, when I was interviewing the guys, all of them said, man, we got hit in the mouth. We didn't respond very well. Well, guess what? They just got hit in the mouth again, and they responded this time.
They got hit in the mouth twice, like from a big brother coming down the stairway with a beanbag chair.
Well, there you have it. And so, but what I'm saying is that Canyon Lake did take a lesson from that last game with Blanco, and they responded with 21 points in the fourth quarter. their DBs have also responded. They had 137 yards in that first quarter. They only have 10 yards in the second quarter of passing. They've only completed 2 passes, and that's for 10 yards. So Canyon Lake has done what they needed to do, and I think not only is it the DBs, but it's the pressure we're getting from our DEs and then the guys right up the middle. They're just trying to mow those guys into the quarterback, and you see that with Harms having to pass it quicker than he wants to, giving the DBs another added advantage even in the backfield.
You brought up a good point. Can you weather the storm? Canyon Lake did it against Blanco, and now Canyon Lake so far 21-13, knock on wood, but they took it in the mouth. Hooper dialed up some different plays, put some pressure, and then as soon as he did, after they got familiar with one another at the beginning of the second quarter, that rush put Harms in a jimmy leg motion and started throwing some errant passes.
Well, they started to make the plays they were just missing in the first quarter. When you think about that, the touchdown, the first touchdown that was scored by the Ducks, that would have been prevented on a sack. They had him wrapped up. They were not able to bring him down.
That's true.
And again, I think it comes down to execution on the blitz and execution on the pressure. You're right. The more pressure they bring, the more uncomfortable Harms was in the backfield, and began to go a little higher on his pass, a little off his mark.
What I have not seen tonight is Harms on a scramble.
No, he haven't.
And I've seen the films. I know he can. Will that be another dimension coming to the offense? Probably. Maybe.
Well, right now he's going to his outlet or his third or fourth read right now and dumping it to one of the backs that's back blocking for him. But you're right. You haven't seen that. But Canyon Lake has responded very well defensively, very well offensively, and very well special team.
Yes,
and all three of those issues are helping. That punt return by Lorette was huge to set us up. We didn't know we were going to get an INT from Lorette later, but he likes to put it all together.
Another aspect was the Lorette return and the JT pass. We haven't seen a lot of JT Green this year. He shows up in the flats at about the 34-yard line, takes it tiptoes all the way down to the 5 in a huge play.
Yeah, excellent run by him after the catch. And McMullen did a nice job of avoiding pressure and getting the ball, flipping the ball out to him and letting him do the work. Some great downfield blocking as well from the downfield receiver on that far side, and it just that is what it was needed to kind of even begin to take some of that pressure off the run game.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this before. We don't have to pass a lot, but a little success will open it up for the run game as well.
So looking at the series here, Taylor has beaten Canyon Lake 3 games to 1. We beat them last year in their own stadium. We talked about it at the Paul Sawyer pregame show. They have beaten us twice here at Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake has never beat Taylor here at Canyon Lake. We were up a huge – Don, help me out here. We fumbled 5 times 2 years ago and gave away our first possible district title.
Yeah, because we were ahead at half, better than we are right now in that game, and ended up losing it 50-44. It was on a Saturday. It was a little bit different because it was a rainy situation. They said let's delay it for the next day. They did it far enough in advance. No, there's no ill foul on that. But it's a day game type of thing. It's a different situation.
So in this series, if you're up 21-13, if you're up
nothing.
42-25, it's nothing because this series, each team was met, and each team met in a year that they were introduced to both district championships, and Canyon Lake came out finally on the top last year, but they lost the 2 prior ones.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that the Hawks ought to go home with or go into the locker room with right now, is that an 8-point lead against Taylor is nothing. Nothing, because we've been bit 3 times. All 3 times were comeback wins by the Ducks, and they just flew higher than our Hawks did those 3 games.
Well, I think part of Taylor, either inadvertently or inadvertently, we had some, again, a stat that you brought up, penalties. Canyon Lake has got drugged down into the trenches a little bit. There are some things that went on the end zone after a certain drive. After a punt, that went into our next drive, and that metastasized on a little get back on some of the players. And I can tell you right now, that's not Canyon Lake football, and Coach is giving them some free coaching right now at halftime. And he's also making the point, like you said, this is only one half. If we've only scored 21 points in 1 quarter, there's 2 more quarters to go. So,
and the beauty now is that Canyon Lake has the ball. They've established a much better offense in the second quarter. If they can bleed that over and keep that going, then Canyon Lake going up 28-13. Still not over.
Right.
15 points is not over against Taylor, but it gives you that little extra oomph. And Taylor's, they're not going to be the same team each year, but but we as commentators say, man, this is Taylor. Right. We got to be ahead by 40 to win type of thing.
Shifting gears a little bit, you got to be ahead at Mima's Tacos in line to get a taco, because Friday, take it from me, I came there. There was 21 people in line to get a taco, and if I don't have my taco in the morning, that's not like having my coffee. So
was there a penalty called against you for unsportsmanlike conduct getting to the front of the line?
I held it together.
Oh, good.
I held it together. I bit my tongue.
There you go.
It's not like a 15-year-old man pushing a bunch of high school kids around for a taco.
Yeah, but if you're bleeding from the tongue, that has to hurt.
Well, I'm telling you. Well, we'll give away some tacos right now. The next two people give us a text at 210-246-3345. That's 210-246-3345. Give us a text out there. Let us know that you want those tacos. Give us your name, and we'll see who is going to win the tacos. I want to shout out to Grandpa Bill in Columbus, Mississippi, our most trusted and valued listener here at Canyon Lake Broadcasting. So, giving away some Mima's Tacos, and then right after that, we're going to give away some Don Chintes and Lily's Java Pad at the lake. We'll go to a quick break with some of our sponsors at the Paul Sawyer Septic Halftime Show, as Darren the Surgeon is our avid and most studious professional producer.
Oh, professional!
In KMAC history.
I like the way you're. I like the way you're throwing down the accolades. Here we are, some of our sponsors.
Imagine a game where you can pit the greatest Texas high school football teams of all time against each other. Before now, if you wanted to see the Permian Panthers of Friday Night Lights fame play Johnny Manziel's 2010 Kerrville squad, you were stuck with only your imagination. Not anymore. This new game allows you to play those dream matchups. 1983 Dangerfield only allowed 8 points all season. 2015 Katy, 10 shutouts en route to their 4th straight championship appearance. 2008 Allen, their first of 5 championships in the state's largest classification, and so many more. Friday Night Legends is that game. What are you waiting for? Get in the game. Friday Night Legends.
To get your copy of Friday Night Legends, the game, head over to FridayNightLegends.com.
Canyon Lake Broadcasting is back on the air. We're at the halftime show in the middle of the shootout between the Taylor Ducks and the Canyon Lake Hawks, where it is the Hawks up 21-13 here at halftime. Corey, you got a few more things to give away?
We got a winner for the Mima's Tacos, Linda Grissom and Leanna, and we've got Don Chintes. That's going to go to Dan Peter for the Don Chinte dinner. He's going to enjoy that dinner, that's for sure. And we have another winner here for the Lily's Java Pad at the lake. That's going to be Lemore. And he is going to be the winner of the Lily's Java Pad Latte.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
And any other things to give away here at halftime?
We're going to go to a third quarter surprise, so keep those fingers ready.
Third quarter surprise. Keep them ready. And we've got an interview that you had earlier today with a couple of players from Canyon Lake. We're going to bring that to you now as we listen to your interview with Caleb Allman and Jacob Neal.
Hey, this is Corey Martelli, Canyon Lake Broadcasting, Voice of Hawks, sitting here with Jacob Neal and Caleb Allman. Caleb, Jacob, last year we played Taylor for district at their house. We won the game. We won district and a big game. Both of y'all were part of that team. Tell me what's going to be different this year for you, Caleb.
This year, I'm definitely going to have to play more of a role. Last year, I was a junior. Didn't really have to step up as much as I thought I would need to. But this year, I'm definitely going to need to bring my A game because I know they're going to bring all they've got. So,
absolutely, Jacob. What about you, man? You've got several drop passes in the secondary. You've been there a lot. You come up big tackles this year so far. What do you see different from last year to this year?
Well, last year I didn't play as much offense, and I've been playing a lot more this year. They've been putting me in at swingman to block for them and go out for passes a few times.
Right. So these guys pass a lot. They passed last year. They beat us 3 times. We've beat them 1. We took their trophy away, our district trophy away from them last year in the last game on this historical field that I think Coach Strum even played on. And so they got to be gunning for you. What have you done differently, Jacob, to prepare for this game tonight?
I haven't really done much different. It's just more intense because it's a district game.
I understand it. What about you, Mr. Allman?
Me, I've been obviously looking at film like we're supposed to. Really, I've been preparing my body ever since, because last year I saw I wasn't in the place I needed to be, and I felt like I can prove from where I was, so that's mainly what I've been working on.
I got you. Okay. Well, we'll shift gears a little bit, get out of the serious news real quick, but if you had to be somebody as a superhero, who would you be and why? 5 seconds.
Captain America.
Why?
It's all the girls. What do you mean?
So it's a chick thing for you.
Yeah, that,
I thought you were going to pick.
Oh, of course. Okay.
All right, what about you, Neil?
Superman. He's
What?
got all the powers.
There's all the powers?
Yeah.
But
What else can you ask for?
I don't know. Over here, you got Captain America.
Dad's got a pretty dope shield.
Lois Lane's pretty hot.
Okay, I'm just asking. It could be either or. So, if you had to be an animal, what would you be and why?
I would be a snake because they just slither around. Can't see them.
But can they intercept the ball?
Yeah, they
Okay.
could.
Okay. What about you, Caleb?
Definitely a cheetah because, fastest on the planet. So
Fastest on the planet. So tonight, we'll hopefully get a couple of picks from you guys. Turn the ball over to positive points. So we're sitting here with Caleb Allman. And Caleb, you might see some running tonight, I imagine. Maybe, and you'll be playing cornerback. And you'll be over there playing your safety position. And who's going to be back there with you tonight, Neil?
Trent Lorette.
Trent Lorette's back. Well, that's
Back.
good because I know we're going to be missing Grayson Lee.
Yeah.
So that's a tough thing. So anyway, I told Coach I'd keep this at about 3 minutes. We thank you for your time. And any final words for the listening audience out there?
thank you all for your support, and we hope to see you tonight.
Come out and see some games.
All right, it's Canyon Lake Broadcasting, Voice of the Hawks, coming to you live from Canyon Lake, Texas, with the cornerback and running back, Caleb Allman, and the safety, Jacob Neal, and swingman, by the way, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, go Hawks.
Sides trading heavy punches. Canyon Lake up 21 to the Taylor Ducks 13. And now we're going to bring you the halftime entertainment from the Canyon Lake Band. And they have just taken the field. The Emerald Dancers, along with the Emerald Stars, have done their performance. And now, for your listening pleasure, we're going to bring you the Canyon Lake Hawk Band.
Led onto the field this year by drum majors Maddie Zapata and Hannah Williams. And color guard captain is Megan McClendon. This past weekend, the band performed at Hero Stadium in the Rough Rider Marching Competition, where they received straight ones from all judges and Best 4A Percussion Field Battery. Way to go. Section of the week this week is the flute. This year, we do welcome you to join us on a magical and mystical journey. Our show includes musical selections by Rimsky-Korsakov, Brian Balmages, and Samuel Hazo. So sit back and enjoy as we take you through scenes of Arabia. You may take the field.
Hawk Band.
That was the halftime show. The Mighty Hawk Band doing their full competition number out here, and here comes your teams are in the in their tunnel, and here comes the Canyon Lake Hawks getting ready to enter the field. Taylor Ducks have just taken the field. I've got to adjust you back up.
Here comes your Canyon Lake Hawks. Tonight's game is being broadcast on live stream action. Canyon Lake Broadcasting, Voice of the Hawks. Go to GameXSports.com. Log on to hear the game. And we're back. Canyon Lake Broadcasting coming to you live from Canyon Lake, Texas. Your halftime score here at Canyon Lake. The Taylor Ducks 13 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 21. Kicking the ball off at the 40-yard line. Number 27, Ryan Hansen. Back to receive the kickoff. Chacon, Ruff, and Neal. All right, Hawk fans, on your feet, off your seat, stand up time at kickoff. A tradition since the school started here in 2007. Well, folks, here we go. Let's see what Hansen's got up his sleeve, or should I say leg, as we start the second half of play here at Canyon Lake High School. This is Canyon Lake Broadcasting, Voice of the Hawks, with Darren, Don, and Corey in the booth, coming to you live from Canyon Lake, Texas. District game, the Hawks and the Ducks. Hansen chunks one way downfield. This could be fair catch over and
kick that one out the end.
Flag on the play as Hansen gets one out of the end zone.
I think they're going to get them from all sides here, I think.
And we'll wait for the call. And it'll be against the Taylor Ducks. It'll be offsides on the kickoff. And the Hawks will get the ball out at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Well, that's 5-yard penalty on. That's the second time the Taylor Ducks have gotten it. They've got so much speed, it's hard to corral them sometime.
Well, and Hansen showed his leg as he kicked it out of the end zone.
I'm telling you. 1st and 10, Canyon Lake at their own 30-yard line. Martelli and Peyton come in to deliver the first play. Well, thank all our winners out there listening to us there and across the Fruited Plains and around the globe. As Canyon Lake Broadcasting, proud to be an affiliate of KMAX Sports. Thank you for all the winners out there. 1st and 10, Hawks. Tight formation. Here comes Peyton McMullen up to the center. In motion goes Lorette. It's going to be a dive play to Ruff, and Ruff, left side. He's tackled by number 10. That's going to be Stephen Leal. Gain of 3. It'll be second down. And 7. Chacon will come in right now. He's the other running back in the backfield. Grayson Lee loosening up on the sidelines. We thought we weren't going to see him today as Ian Royer comes in. Ian Royer usually comes in. It's a run play. They'll go double tight formation with Ian Royer and JT Green. Tight slot offense. It's going to be a run. Chacon gets the ball, and he has to make a move, and he's hit. And gain of 1 on the play by Chacon. As the linebackers come in, number 40 and 42, Mendoza and Odell.
All night long, Odell has had to guess the number. He's done a really good job of shedding the blocks and making the penetration, and it's been a tough guy for them to get blocked.
You don't want to see Canyon Lake go out 3-0 if you're a Hawk fan. It'd be 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 7. So we'll see what Coach Moses has dialed up on the old slot TO meter. It's going to be a jet sweep to the right side. Here comes Lorette. Does he make the corner? There's Lorette, and Trenton Lorette, jet sweep on the right side. He'll get knocked out of bounds, close to a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. He may be a little short.
I think they're marking him a yard short.
And it's going to be a short 3rd down. And let's see what the Hawks will dial up here. Make it 4th down, and a short 1. Well, here come the Hawks. In comes Martelli. All right, Hawk fans.
Get on your feet.
Well,
big fourth down.
Big fourth down call.
39-yard line.
Gutsy call by
Gutsy
Coach.
call. Let's see what the coaches got dialed up, and it's Ruff. Jacob Ruff. He'll punch across to the 41-yard line. There goes the flag. And Ruff had the first down, but there goes the laundry up in the air. Let's see what the call is.
Ruff made the first down for sure, and then there was a little bit of a blocking that was going on as a continuation, and we're going to see what they're going to call.
Well, we'll wait for the call. Here is the call. It's going to be a personal foul on Canyon Lake, but it's going to be a first down because the yards were attained, and it'll be after the penalty. So it'll be first down for Canyon Lake, but they'll take them back 15 yards. They'll move the chains backwards on the far side of the field, but that'll be enough for Canyon Lake. First down.
So ultimately it goes against Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake retains first down with the penetration made by Ruff. I think they called a late block. I don't know. That was a tough one, but the reaction on the side of Taylor was certainly pretty potent from it. And we'll rewind and we'll start over at the 28-yard line.
And Lorette. Oh, and another flag, and this time it's going to be offside on Canyon Lake, and that'll put it back another 5 yards. Repeat first down. Well, I'll tell you what, man. They came out of the of the halftime. Both of them, both teams still juiced up from the first half. Huge penalty mistake on Canyon Lake.
Two back-to-back, Corey. They just can't afford to make these mistakes.
In comes Martelli and Alban. It'll be first down for Canyon Lake at their own 22-yard line. Well, out comes Ruff. In comes Alban. So let's see what coaches got dialed up here. In comes, it's going to be a backside trap by Chacon. And Chacon will get the ball, but he'll only pick up a yard.
Again, that's that backside trap. All the running backs go to the left, and Chacon dives back to the right side of the line. Only one time tonight has that really gained much yardage. They have really stayed disciplined on the backside. It's obviously watched a lot of film, and it's a no gain.
Yeah. Bring up second down and 14 for Canyon Lake. Yeah, it's something that they didn't want to start off with, going backwards from the opening of the first half and getting the advantage to have the ball up 21-13. Backside, this time it's going to be Lorette. Lorette gets in and out of traffic, and Lorette plows through. And Lorette, he'll take it to the right side behind Netting and De Leon. And Lorette will break it out to about the 33-yard line.
It was a nice run by Lorette.
Pick up of 8 yards. It'll be third down and about 4.
Lorette
5.
Lorette comes from that left slot position, gets the ball, takes a little bit deep on the angle in the backfield, but is able to get to the corner. Once he got the corner,
the play. Caleb Alban in the backfield. Here comes the tight formation. Here comes the rush and sack on the play. Penalty on someone as the flag goes in the air. And we'll wait for the call on this. So again, we have a late hit by the Taylor. I say again, it's not what I meant. What I meant this way. There was a late hit on Nathan De Leon, and they sacked
McMullen. Yeah, they did. Number 21 got great penetration. Nathan Alfaro.
Personal foul on Taylor, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. All the way down across the 35, down to the 40-yard line.
Well, now both teams
they'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
Yeah, so they basically have exchanged personal fouls here as it's gotten a little chippy.
Wow!
But you saw a safety blitz on that, put Mullen on his back on the blitz, and with the sack, and that set up the deep play there. But,
Jacob Ruff dive play, misdirection. Caleb, and here's a misdirection, and the big play came by Taylor Ducks, a sack on Peyton McMullen. It's going to be a big loss of about 5 yards. Not sure who had where the play was going. They didn't know. Ruff coming late, and it was a mix-up. And so Canyon Lake goes back about 2 yards. It'll be second down and 12.
I don't know whether or not that was a planned quarterback sneak.
It was not.
He had the ball, and it got blown up pretty fast. Fortunate to only lose 2 yards.
McMullen has an opportunity to pass the ball. He throws one downfield.
He got Martelli's open.
And pass Martelli, number 6 with the reception. And Chance Martelli catches the ball all the way downfield at the 13-yard line. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
McMullen goes back for the pass. He pump fakes. Martelli gets behind the safety, and he just drops the ball over the safety into Martelli's shoulders. Great catch. He had to catch it over his left shoulder, and he catches it and is able to haul it in and go down to the 12-yard line. Excellent play by Chance Martelli and Peyton McMullen.
12-yard line.
Inside trap.
Touchdown,
Jacob Ruff.
Jacob Ruff right up the middle, and the Hawks back on another 6 points.
I tell you what.
54 mark here in the third quarter.
Stunned. Taylor is stunned. Jacob Ruff takes the inside hand up on a sort of a backside little trap play, and he weaves his way right on into the end zone. We couldn't see it very well from our angle, but he's able to plow into the end zone. And that's a great play right there, and an answer back, and that goes to a 3-way point score. So fantastic play, fantastic series.
By Lorette.
Here's Lorette. Fumbled snap. Robinson trying to find somebody. Throws it down into the end zone. It's going to fall harmlessly.
The extra point would be no good. And you're right, Darren. A bad snap. Robinson did all he could do to get it. So with 6:54 to play here in the third quarter, the Taylor Ducks 13 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 27. You're right. Taylor is stunned right now.
I'm stunned.
And they had a penalty, and we took ourselves backwards. Then we had another 5-yard penalty further back. And then they had us with a sack on a great play by their linebacker, number 40 and 42, Odell and Carver, having a great night tonight. I'm sorry, 41 Blanco and Mendoza. And at the end of that sack, one of their defensive men pushed our offensive guy to the ground. 15-yard penalties, new life. Martelli catches a long pass down the field, get 50 yards, Don says, right?
That's what I said.
And puts Canyon Lake back in the gear, 27-13.
Well, I tell you what, that series, like you said, it's a series of mental mistakes. And I tell you what, they just Canyon Lake got it together, and great pass to Martelli, get him down there in position. Then Ruff takes it in from about the 12-yard line. Just an excellent effort on the part of the Canyon Lake offense, and what we wanted to have happen, as we talked about at halftime.
Yeah, Canyon Lake got over a lot of miscues with those penalties on that drive.
Absolutely, they just really had to focus here. But we go back to where we were in the second quarter, and a big swing.
And North will take it out to about the 6-yard line. He's got a hole, and Ethan Slater make that Chacon on the tackle. Number 9 on the return. That's going to be Martinez. He'll take the Ducks all the way out to the 27-yard line. First and 10, Taylor. And I'll tell you what, Coach Purser over there is going to wind this one up and get back in the saddle at 6:49 to play in the third quarter.
And the key is Canyon Lake's offense did what they need to do. Now it's up to the defense to see if they can do what they're supposed to do.
Well, it was a good kickoff, deep, fielded the ball deep, and was able to get a nice return. So they'll start shot at 26
First and 10, and it's going to be a run option here, and that's going to be sweet. And Canyon Lake comes in. Number 22 on the carry, that's Jalen Teeler. And Teeler will get about a yard. We'll call it second down and 9. He's met there in the hole by Harden and Hodge and Kohlberg. So we see Kohlberg coming into line block with Grayson Lee. Quick to the line of scrimmage here. The Ducks trips to the left. Teeler in the backfield. He'll move up against Harms. Cole Harms takes the ball. It's going to pump fake, zips one across the middle. Same play they had in the first quarter that was so effective. And pass complete. Big gain by the Ducks. Number 1, and that's going to be Torres. And Torres will get across to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor. As they go to the hurry-up offense, it got Canyon Lake back on their heels in the first quarter. Here comes a run option, and here comes Taylor up the middle, and into the traffic goes Taylor. Cross midfield to the 49-yard line. Pickup of 8 will make it 7. 2nd down and 3.
And here comes the Ducks with their hurry-up offense.
JT Green looking to get a little breather here. Here comes the Harms. It's right up the middle and looking for the 1st down. And Taylor with the carry, and he'll be just short of a 1st down. It'll be 3rd down for the Ducks. And about 2 yards, maybe a yard and a half.
This is where Canyon Lake has to be a little bit careful, because it's you're going to expect a dive up the middle and then maybe a pullback for a pop-up pass over the back of the linebacker. So we'll see what they do here.
Left, and Martinez, number 12, Narek in the backfield. Make that Martinez. Up to the line of scrimmage comes Harms. He's a senior. He'll audible out to the play. Canyon Lake showing blitz. Oh, and there goes a flag.
We got movement on the Ducks.
Here comes movement, and that is going to be going against Taylor. That'll put him back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 7.
Well, that changes the complexion of that play. Just showing that blitz.
Really with the pass team, though, sometimes 5 yards in a killer, like it would be maybe for a running team too, though.
3rd down and 7.
But it does help.
We got a tight end for here. Usually this is a run option pass. Here comes the screenplay again, and the screenplay is caught.
Jacob Ruff smells it out.
Jacob Ruff on the tackle. Going to be short. Pass complete. And that pass went to number 33 of the Ducks, Sammy Sanchez. 4th down and about 2 or 3.
I tell you what, that ball was thrown right in there, and but was met just immediately after being caught at about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. And it looks like Taylor's going to at least come out and show their punt formation with a 4th and 2 from the 48-yard line.
All right, Hawk fans, back deep is Brent Lorette. Taking the ball will be number 27, Ryan Hansen. On your feet, Hawks.
And here comes Hansen to punt the ball away for the
He's got a good leg. Let's see what he does. Oh, he puts it. Oh, this is going to check up. Watch this. Yeah, see that? He is a gifted kicker.
Well, he checked it up, but he kind of mishit it a little bit. Got a little too much backspin and didn't get the distance that he wanted.
Martinez lifts it down, and Hansen will get the ball all the way to the 24-yard line of Canyon Lake.
They're going to field that ball and down it at the 24-yard line.
At the 24.
So again, Hansen got a great leg, was trying to check that one up, and he did check it up, but he hit it about a half. It was like a deep divot on your sand
wedge. It was like my
wedge.
9-iron.
Exactly.
I was going to say my pitching wedge, but I'm really good on the 9-iron. I'm just saying. I know Don's laughing over here. 1st and 10, Canyon Lake up to the line of scrimmage comes McMullen. In motion is Rivera. They'll hand off the ball up the middle.
Ruff.
And that's Jacob Ruff. Jacob Ruff with the ball up the middle. And Ruff is tackled by number 55 after a gain of 5, Elijah Tellez.
And that was
2nd and 5.
That was definitely yards after contact right there. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he just kept grinding his feet, was able to slip off to the side of the tackler, and was able to push forward for a 5-yard gain.
In comes Royer, and they like to go that double tight formation with Royer. He's the junior. He's a big kid, and they do double tight. JT Green on the other side. It's going to be Chacon, backside trap as we call that thing, and Chacon, Tristan Chacon, he'll run the right side, and he'll get across about make it the 34-yard line, and we've got an injured Hawk down on the field.
It's going to be Clay Weber. I think he got a little bit of run up on the backside when the running back was running behind his block. So they're going to check him out, and
Weber met with him the day after a gain of 4 yards. Weber is he's the senior right tackle. Last year he played on JV and came in during the playoffs and made an appearance last year. And he's about 6'3", 245 pounds. He's a big, rangy, country-strong kid.
Absolutely, and he's done a nice job this season playing that tackle position. And and really solidified that. Said to me he likes to play the defensive side of the ball, but they really used him in that offensive tackle position.
Let's give a big round of applause to number 52, Clay Weber. He's coming off a little gimpy there. And the trainers, Coach Steinhoff and Coach Pena, helping him off. In will come Dylan Shepard and number 75. That's Eric Teutsch, the sophomore. And Eric Teutsch is
a big boy.
You beat me to it. He's definitely the kind of guy that will knock out a full box of Captain Crunch in a mixing bowl.
It just says my pens fell off my writing pad when he started going
He's
out
about
on the
6'3", 265 pounds, and he's just bull strong.
He's a big kid. He's young. You know, he's learning the position. Weber's out there because he's a senior. He's been playing that for a good while, and but hopefully you don't step off too much when you bring Teutsch in.
Right. Brings up third down and 1 as Weber come off the field. Big round of applause. Here come the Hawks, third down and 1. And they're not Caleb Allman in the backfield along with Lorette. It's going to be a dive play to Allman, and Caleb Allman with the ball. He'll get across the 35, down to the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
Allman doing a good job just finding the hole, right? Initial hole looked pretty stuffed, but he found his way and just tiptoed to the first down mark.
And he has 83 yards on 4 carries. That's pretty good average, isn't it?
Yep, it sure is, as Lucero comes in the game. First and 10, Canyon Lake at their own 36, 2:28 to play here in the third quarter. Canyon Lake up 27-13. In the backfield's Lorette and Allman. It's going to be backside to Nick Rivera. Nick Rivera stiff arm. He gets caught in the backfield. And Nick Rivera, he gets tackled by number 43 on a big play, and that's J-Ron Carver. Loss of 4 on the play as Carver gets in the backfield.
Yeah.
Going to bring up second down and 14.
Well, Carver going up against the young sophomore on that side that came in to place Weber, and he whipped him on the line of scrimmage and was able to get deep penetration.
You had said that before. You'd hope you don't lose a step,
right.
And surely J-Ron Carver took advantage of it.
Well, you look
Second
at somebody like
14.
Carver. He's a big fella, and he knows what he's doing on that line of scrimmage.
He's no silly boy. And left side again, and here comes the Duck defense. Number 50 on the stop along with number 20, Estrada, and Byron Sweet. It'll be third down and about 13, maybe 14.
They basically run that same play back to the other side, and Rivera lost yardage on the first time. This one he ran for maybe a gain of 1.
No gainer.
No gainer. Like I said, there was not much there. They strung it out, and they sniffed that play out tonight pretty well.
Well, it's going to be third down and 13. Let's see what Coach has. Martelli comes in, split out wide to the left on the numbers. In motion goes Chacon, and it's a backside
peanut play.
And it's a peanut play, but Ruff's not going to be.
They smelled it out pretty good.
Jacob Ruff, the trick play over there, and Ruff will make a few yards, and maybe 2. They bring up fourth down. He's tackled by number 42 over there, and number 15 on the stop, Eric Derry. Fourth down and 12 for Canyon Lake.
Well, they've run that peanut play. That's that little trick play where the fullback just sets up.
They ate him up last year with Ruff on that play.
Well, and early in the season, but you know they're watching the tape. They see that I'm sure they all scheme against it.
Here comes the punt, and Lorette gets an end-over-end punt.
And he got knocked down, and that's going to be a roughing the kicker, I believe. That's going to. I see a flag.
There's a flag on the play back at the 25-yard line. And we have Lorette down on the field. And I didn't see the flag, but Lorette's in agonizing pain, and there's a flag right by him. So we'll wait for the call officially. Personal foul, roughing the kicker on Taylor. And Canyon Lake will get the ball.
I saw the play, and Lorette certainly got hit. Maybe we get a little bit, maybe an acting award here at the end in terms of the intense pain he is. Maybe it's a soccer play. He's a soccer player as well, and you know how they can.
And let's give Lorette a
little congratulations. Come on.
You know how they can have a lot of pain and a knockdown like that. And so he certainly sold it and is on the sideline with that roughing. The kicker is going to give him a first down.
Well, they'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough. For the Canyon Lake first down. Well, I'll tell you, that was an ill-advised penalty for the Ducks.
Yeah,
we both have had ill-advised penalties.
Yeah, but this one is a killer for them because Canyon Lake just takes the air out of the ball with another first down.
We're gonna be into the fourth quarter, and
This is last to go here in the third quarter. Ruff back in at tailgate. Fumble. There's a fumble on the play. Fumble on the play, and let's see who comes up with the ball.
Ruff.
Ruff dived on the ball, and that's the end of the third quarter here at Canyon Lake High School. After 3, the Taylor Ducks 13 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 27. Well, I'll tell you what, that's going to be second down and 9.5. Canyon Lake has fumbled the ball this year, Don, a little bit more than last year.
Yeah, there are. Of course, it's going to be hard not to do it more than the year before because we were pretty stingy when we had the ball last year. But Canyon Lake is just, they're not playing crisp. They're fumbling the snap. They're penalties. They're and the Ducks are playing a good defense. They're going wide with our jet sweeps and stuff like that. We're not getting any yards on that, and they're plugging the holes on us too. So give them credit for their defense and what they've been doing to us.
Well, it'll be second down and about 9.5 as we resume quarters. They flip-flop, and Canyon Lake will be headed to the south side of the end zone.
Well, you're absolutely right. They've done a good job defending the slot T. We've had a few things we've ripped off, but they've certainly done a good job of sort of containing it. But Canyon Lake continues to work that clock.
They've been sniffing out everything we're doing right now. I think we need to do some passes to loosen this up a little bit, and that's what we usually do.
Well, and they probably need to go to the well one more time like they did earlier to Martelli for that 50-yard gainer.
Here goes Jacob Ruff. He's got a lot of room. And Jacob Ruff on the pitch out. He'll get across the 45-yard line down to the 43. Ruff will pick up about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 2.
They did that tight formation with an extra stack blocker on the left side, and he just got in behind that train of people and was able to pick his way for 8 yards.
Well, what's going to happen here? Canyon Lake's not going to punt. They're going
to go 4 down.
Well, based on what happens this play, they're not going to punt. If they don't get 0 yards, if they get 1 yards, they're going to go for it.
In comes Martelli and Caleb Allman. A Ruff comes out. McMullen up under center. Snap from De Leon. There goes Caleb Allman right in the middle. And Caleb Allman, he'll get across to the 40-yard line. And they'll move the chains on the far side of the field, but that'll be enough. For the Canyon Lake first down. Gain of 3 on the play. And Coach Moses is going to go into grind it up 3.5 yards.
In a cloud of turf.
In comes Jacob Neal with the play. It'll be at the 40-yard line of the Ducks. 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. Jacob Russ split out wide to the right side. Tight formation. Caleb Allman the backside. Here comes, it's going to be number 15, Nick Rivera. Nick Rivera takes a jet sweep right side. And Nick Rivera on the sweep right side. He's brought down by number 15. That's going to be Eric Derry. He'll get it out to the 28-yard line. They'll move the chains, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down. Pickup of 12 on the play for Nick Rivera.
That time Rivera was able to get to the corner. He's not been able to do that the last 3 times they ran that same play, but they go to the well one more time, but that time he got the corner.
Number 20 has picked up that play Byron sweep a couple times in the jet sweep and knocked out Lorette for loss during the last couple of quarters, Darren.
Absolutely, and that time he was able to get the corner and turn it upfield for a nice gain.
Peyton McMullen, he gets to Chacon behind Duke, and Tristan Chacon, and he'll get behind Duke and open up the road a little bit. He'll pick up about 5 yards down to the 24-yard line. They'll say he made 4. It'll be second down and 6.
You talk about Sweet. He made a nice play there, but got knocked to the ground, and Chacon juked past him. And just looking at him getting up, he was a little slow getting up that time. I think he's starting to get a little gas.
Canyon Lake will take a 4-yard play.
Absolutely every time.
Yeah, because that's just draining the clock.
Here comes Martelli, split wide out to the right, all the way to the numbers. Caleb Allman in the backfield. Here comes the play, and there's a flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Movement.
It's going to be movement, and that call will go against Canyon Lake. That'll put them back 5 yards. Repeat, second down.
It'll be 2nd and 11 now. This is Canyon Lake just not playing a heads-up game.
Just not as crisp as you'd like to see.
But Taylor's good at what they're doing. I mean, it's 27-13, but Taylor's a good team. Remember, they've had 2 losses. One was to Giddings. Giddings is good. They're the real deal.
There's no doubt that we're playing a very good Taylor opponent.
2nd down and 9. It's going to be the backside trap. There goes Chacon. And Tristan Chacon on the backside. And he'll get behind Teutsch and Dillon. Pickup of 14 on the play. He'll get down to the 15-yard line. They'll move the chains, and that'll be enough. Another Canyon Lake first down.
Well, you talk about they just not playing quite as crisp as you like to see, making some mistakes, but it's a hard-fought game, and there's a lot of emotion that's going on in this game right now. To squeeze forward for a yard, bring it up 2nd and 9.
Well, we're in 4-down territory right now. No matter how you slice it, Martelli comes into the game.
I can see a field goal coming if they need to, because that's an extra. That puts it more than a 2-score game.
Absolutely. That's why you're here, Don. 2nd down and a long 9. Nick Rivera in motion. Here comes a pitch out. Rivera's got a corner, puts a juke on a guy, and Nick Rivera brought out of bounds, or close to it, by 26. Andrew Rector, and Rivera will get up to about the 11-yard line, maybe the 12.
Maybe the best thing he did there is stay inbound and let that clock continue to run.
It'll be 3rd down and 7, and you're exactly right. 7:51 and counting. Rivera stayed in. Coach, we'll see what Coach does, how close he gets here to this first down as Jacob Neal comes into the game. Kicking a field goal is an option, so let's see what happens. Up comes to the centers, Pendleton. Split out wide to the left as Jacob Neal, to the right is Tristan Chacon. In motion goes. And Peyton McMullen will keep the ball. Peyton McMullen, no one open, so he'll take the run up the middle, pick up a few yards to the 10-yard line. Bring up 4th down.
McMullen wanted to do a little pass to JT Green from that tight end position. Unfortunately, linebacker stayed with Green. He couldn't throw it, so he pulls it down and tries to just take it on his own up the middle. So able to gain a couple of yards.
So let's see what Coach does here. It looks like Lorette's coming to the game to try the field goal. Don had mentioned
27-yarder.
In comes Jacob Neal, and Jacob Neal's coming back in the game.
Oh, they're going to let the clock just drain down and call timeout with 1 second.
So it's 6:50 and counting as Coach is going to call a timeout with 1 second left on the clock. Timeout for Canyon Lake, 6:45 to play in the game. So Coach is going to let that one run down. They're going to take a shot at a field goal most likely and put that, hopefully, a score on the board there.
This would be about a 27-yard attempt if they do decide to kick it. We saw Lorette make an extra point from
longer than this,
35 yards out, so we know he can do it.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you, guys,
this does make it a 3-score game if they do kick the field goal.
I've seen all but 3 games that Canyon Lake's played here since they've started. This has got to be ranked as one of the most personal foul games on either side that I've ever seen. Don, you've seen most of them with me, so
yeah, I mean,
this has got to be a close first. I can think of one game against the Texans one time at Wimberley, but
it's the referees trying to keep it in check. Just keeping it, they have to call those plays in order to keep it in check. Otherwise, it's going to get out of hand.
Here comes a field goal attempt by Lorette. Brandon Robbins, the holder. Let's see if they get a good snap off and a hold. And Lorette can get his leg into it. kicking from the 17-yard line. Here's the hold. The kick is up, and Lorette. And Lorette is good. So Trent Lorette squeezes a 3 across the Golden Arches. And 6:39 to play here in the first quarter. Your Taylor Ducks 13 and your Canyon Lake Hawks 30.
About the only thing I really worried about on that one is whether or not he was going to get the snap down, because that's been one of the things that they've struggled with is the snap. But he gets it down cleanly. It wasn't as high and as deep as that last kick, but it was certainly over the crossbar and was able to get the 3 on the board.
Yep. Wasn't his best lob wedge, but it will work. It got on the green.
Absolutely. He put it where he needed to be, and we'll take that every time.
Don, you like that one?
Yeah, he had
you?
to make a longer putt, but that's okay.
But that's okay. Hey,
Yeah.
we're all professionals up here in the booth, you know.
Well, what happened on there was a roughing the punter penalty against
that's right.
the Ducks, and Canyon Lake turned that into 7 points.
It was a roughing the punter penalty about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Football time.
Exactly.
It was a long time ago. They had that ball for a long time.
That was the last play of the third quarter.
Yep.
And then we've taken the ball since then and have taken 6 minutes off the clock in the fourth quarter.
Exactly. So you're talking about that's a really tough series for the Taylor Ducks.
They lost 3 points in about 7 minutes.
And 7 minutes, and that may be even more important than the 3 points at this point.
And it is fielded at about the 26-yard line by number 2. That's going to be Josh Blue.
Canyon Lake kicks off. They do a little pooch kick down to about the 32-yard line where Taylor will call a fair catch. And I'm sorry, check that. That's going to be at the
27-yard line. It'll be first and 10.
Yes.
26-27.
Yep, something like that.
6:39 to play. Now, here's the thing about Canyon Lake and Taylor. We talked about it at the Paul Sawyer Septic halftime show, how quick they can score. So, yeah, you're up if you're a Canyon Lake fan, but you've got the pucker factor.
You're feeling good, but your defense.
First and 10, Taylor.
Your defense has to man up and play contain.
Cole Harm takes the ball and hands it off to Sweet, and Sweet gets submarine. Taylor on the carry. He's hit down there by Ruff and De Leon, along with Alex Harton, gaining 2. It'll be second down and 8.
Canyon Lake will let them do that all night long at this point.
I think that might be their last running play of this game. That's what I'm thinking.
6:15 to go in the game here. Cole Harms, the senior quarterback, with the rocket arm. Sweet in the backfield is a run option. Again, right in the flats is open. Pass complete to number 1, and that's going to be JoJo Torres.
That has been
all the way to the 35-yard line. Pass of 6 yards. It's going to be third down and about 2.
That's just a quick curl to the slot receiver. It's been there all night long. That's been their bread and butter.
Going to be a run play, and bouncing outside is Taylor. And Taylor bounces it outside. And he'll get brought down by number 8, Jacob Neal. Pick up a 4.
We got a flag on the play.
Got a flag on the play in the secondary.
It looks like well, it's hard to tell who this is going to be on.
Well, we'll wait to see what the call is. We're having a committee down there, but our coaches are on the field saying it's against them, but hey, who knows? And it's going to be a personal foul chop block on the Ducks again. And that'll take it back down.
That is a very difficult penalty for them to take at this phase.
They had the first down out there.
They had the first down.
You can't go downfield anymore outside the tackles and block below the waist.
Yeah.
New UIRL rule. So it'll be all the way back at the 24-yard line. Third down and 13 for the Ducks.
And that's something that Canyon Lakes had called on them a couple times early in the season. We know just one of those things, it's a tough situation when it gets called these days.
Martinez in the backfield with Harms. They're all the way back to their own 24-yard line. 5:25 to play in the game. Martinez steps up. Harms takes the ball, looks to the right side. He's got a man wide open, fires downfield, and incomplete. Intended for number 12. Nayek. It'll make a fourth down and 13 for the Ducks.
Big number 55, Kyle Yule, brought the pressure that time. Just made Harms a little uncomfortable, and he let go of that ball. And again, he let that ball sail on him. If they can just get a little pressure on him, he tends to let the ball go a little high, and it sails on him.
This is surprising to me that they're going to punt this with 5 minutes left. they really can't afford to give Canyon Lake the ball again.
But it's 4th and 13, so.
Yeah, but still, I mean.
Well, you know, they could be a fake. Who knows?
That's true.
Back deep. No one back deep for Canyon Lake as they anticipate some kind of funny business, but Hanson will belt one end over end, and it'll just go to La La Land, and it'll be down by number 21 or somebody. And Hanson will get the ball all the way down to the 34-yard line of Canyon Lake. Martinez on the recovery there for Taylor Ducks.
And this is one of those drives with 5 minutes left that the coaches just want to take the air out of the ball and just work this down and take the time off the clock and try to seal a victory on this game.
Absolutely. So Coach would love to hold on to the ball, and he would like to chew up that clock. Now, since it is district, it'll be interesting to see if he tries to go for the score if they hold on to the ball. I mean, meaning that they get down there, they're going to go for a touchdown or they're not. We'll see how that pans out. Here comes the trap play, and it's Caleb Allman. He'll be on the carry. He's met hard in the hole. And that'll be number 50 on the stop, Estrada. Allman will pick up 1. It'll be second down and 9.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is that they feel pretty confident about their defense. They're thinking, well, if we don't have any turnovers or penalties, we can hold them and have a chance of a better field position when we get the ball.
And Nick Rivera, he'll get behind Shepard. And we've got a timeout for the Ducks. Well, that time, Dylan Shepard pulled out there and got ahead and got Rivera behind him. They'll pick up a few yards. It'll be third down and about 8 to pick up a 3.
And they're going to make this a full
4:14 to stop on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
They're going to make this a full timeout at this point.
Well, folks, the fifth quarter continues tonight after the game at North Shore United Methodist Church. It's Glow Night down at the church. We're serving up hamburgers tonight. And Lucky Sports Bar will be open. Their kitchen will be open until 11 o'clock. So visit both spots along with Lily's Java Pad. Get you a latte and late at night and recap the game with friends. Our sponsors here at Canyon Lake High School.
The Hawks need 6 yards. They called timeout because they saw how much yards we needed. This is our chance to have a chance to get the ball back and have more time on the clock.
Remember the onside kick a few years ago? Third down and 7. It's going to be a rollout. Pass play. Downfield, we have a man. Wide open. Trent Lorette caught the ball at the 10 to 5. And pass caught by Lorette all the way down to the 2-yard line. From McMullen to Lorette. And that will put Canyon Lake inside the 5-yard line. And that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake first down.
That's a 59-yard play, guys.
Wow.
Tell you what, that was a nice fake inside. McMullen comes back, he tucks the ball behind his back. He races up, and there's Lorette running free. And he did a nice job of leading him just perfectly on that pass.
Lorette came under there like a center fielder and got it.
And he was just off to the races.
The ball's on the 3-yard line, and this could, I'm not going to say anything. This is Taylor.
And we have a timeout called by Canyon Lake. 3:37 to go here in the game. Well, it's 30-13 here, but you're right. We go back to a couple years ago, the onside kick and all that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Canyon Lake has 3 completions. They're 3 for 4, and they have 138 yards. A 59-yarder, a 50-yarder, and a 29-yarder. So that's what the slot T is supposed to do. If you're bottling up our run, we're going to catch you with the pass.
And what we've seen tonight is that McMullen has really been on it. We've seen him throw the ball better tonight in that situation than we have seen him all year.
Because those are long bombs. I mean, there's a lot of guys that can't throw that pass and get it. And they're going right into their hands. The one that Chance Martelli got was a perfect pass. And then the one he just did with Trent and Lorette. couldn't have been thrown any better.
You couldn't have thrown any better,
Right.
and Lorette caught it on a dead run, and that's
Yeah,
exactly what
exactly.
you want to have
Right.
happen.
Next round, if you want any information on that, give them a call.
Well, Canyon Lake has talked it over. It's 3:37 left here in the fourth quarter as they huddle up and get ready to take this first down play, first and goal from the 4-yard line.
Well, here comes Canyon Lake up to the line of scrimmage, first down and goal from the 3-yard line. Handoff, it's going to be Chacon. And touchdown, Canyon Lake. Tristan Chacon punches it in behind Coach. And the Hawks get on the board here with 3:33 to play in the game.
And that's just about going to seal the deal, folks.
And here we go, 36 to 13, 3:30 to go as Lorette lines up for the extra point attempt. Brandon Robinson on the hold for Lorette. There's a snap, the kick is up, Lorette punches it through, and the point is good. So with 3:30 to play here in the game, your score after 4, the Taylor Ducks 13 and the Hawks 37. Wow, what a change of pace since the first quarter. Canyon Lake, and I'm going to say it one more time, Canyon Lake and the Ducks have had their number of penalties. I'd be kind of curious to see how many penalties on.
145 yards between the two teams. 75 yards for Canyon Lake and 70 for Taylor. Here's another little good stat for you guys. Canyon Lake has 37 unanswered points.
Wow.
They scored the first 13 points. Canyon Lake scored the next 37.
You're correct.
I'm correct there. Yeah.
These nuggets. I love these nuggets. These are fantastic. That's making a statement right there to rattle off 37 straight points. Well, we talked about what it would mean to have a three-score swing coming out of halftime.
Right.
They did that.
We got hit in the mouth. We're down 13-0, and we responded better than we did Blanco, which is a lesson you hope they learn.
Absolutely.
And they learned it.
And the Hawks go down to the wire.
They certainly have done a great job of exploiting the defense. And
here's the kick by Young. He'll put it in the corner at the 10-yard line. On the run is the Ducks. And boy, number 23 on the return. That's going to be Salcedo. And Salcedo returns the ball. He'll get out the 31-yard line, and that's where the Ducks will have it. First and 10 with 3:27 to play in the game. So Canyon Lake has took a couple in the kisser, and they'll move back the ball to the 29-yard line. And you, on the front line, you'll have Ian Royer, Eric Tuich. Here comes DeLeon on there, split out wide to the left, twins left. Kind of a tight double. Twins left, twins right. Harms in the background. It comes up under center, backs off, gets in the shotgun formation, looks downfield, zings one across.
Nice play by Slater.
Incomplete, broken up by number 10, Ethan Slater.
And again, that time it's Slater coming in that strong safety position or outside linebackers. He's kind of been floating all over. He makes a great play on JoJo Torres as he makes that little slant play that we've seen so successful with him tonight. That time he read it, reacted, was able to knock the ball away.
It'll be second down and 10. Trips to the right. That's 3 receivers to the right. It's going to have a run pass option. Number 1, there goes JoJo Torres. And Torres with the reception. He'll trip down just short of the first down.
I think they're going to get
Yeah, it's going to be enough for a first down for the Ducks. It's going to be first and 10 Taylor at their own 39-yard line. That play's been open all night for Taylor. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. Harms takes the ball, looks downfield, no pressure, zings one atop, but caught. Nice pass. And pass caught by number 12, Nayek, all the way down to the Canyon Lake 47-yard line. First down, Taylor.
Slater was right there, had him well covered. He just never saw the ball. The ball went right over his left shoulder, back shoulder.
Here comes the fast hurry offense for the Taylor Ducks as time's winding down, 2:40 to play in the game. Harms takes the ball. Here comes the pressure, zinged again. And Hawks are kind of in a prevent defense. And there it goes out to the 20, the 15, the 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Taylor Ducks. And the Ducks get on the scoreboard here with 2:30 to go in the game. Well, Coach has in kind of the secondary. And they did that with, I believe it was Pfluger or Smithfield, and he's getting them out there to get a little extra experience, and experience they got as Taylor finally gets on the board here in the fourth quarter, coming up from the first with 2:30 to play.
The slot receiver runs an out pattern. He gets the ball. He was able to get to the corner. Once he got to the corner, he made one guy miss, and then it was off to the races.
Here's the hold. The kick is up, and Hanson has the point. Good for the Taylor Ducks. 2:30 to play. Your score: the Taylor Ducks 20 and the Canyon Lake Hawks 37. Well, you know the onside kick's coming like a few years ago.
Clearly.
Don. And the second string secondary.
The only thing that makes you feel good is you got a 3-score lead right at the moment.
This is true. So you get your experience out there when you can. You start growing that. And that's how you grow big teams and big programs, is constantly getting your guys out there. A lot of people will say, why do coaches do that? And again, the answer from my perspective is you build your team that way. You get those guys experience. And the more experience they get, the bigger your program gets in depth and experience, and you go on that way.
Well, you talk about the young guys on this team. They're learning how to win. They're learning how to win in this game like this.
Here comes the kickoff by Hanson, number 27.
And so here comes the kickoff team as they get out on the line. They're expecting the onside kick, and we know Hanson is a kicking specialist, so we'll see what they do.
Yeah, Caleb Hanson's a good kicker. Here he goes. Let's see where the onside kick, what it looks like. And the onside kick is covered by Jacob Neal. And Jacob Neal gets the ball all the way down to the 45-yard line of Canyon Lake, and that's where Canyon Lake will have it. First and 10.
That onside kick had the right bounce at the right time. It bounced up very high, went up about 7 feet, and that's where Mr. Neal came in very good.
Here's a name I want everybody to remember out there, Ryan Hanson. He will play kicker somewhere on Saturdays. No doubt about it. You should have saw him kick last year in the films of other teams they played besides Canyon Lake. The kid, the young man, is for real.
Well, the ball goes up, as you said, Don. It actually hit. It bounced perfectly, just the way you would draw it up. The ball hit our first guy's hand, went off of that, and was free for a second, but right into the breadbasket of Neal.
And we have.
Well, Neal had to reach up and grab it just like a pass. Yeah.
Not sure what the call is. Officials timeout.
We have an official timeout. There's a little bit of
We have a down duck. We have a down player on the field.
That's number 21, I
number
believe.
Number 21's injured. He just went to he grabbed his head. They lined up in the defensive position. He's playing cornerback. He was standing there all by himself and just kind of ducked down, grabbed his head, and now he's down on the ground. Maybe a stinger or something. I'm not sure. But,
I think he was involved in that scrum that was going after that after the onside kick, and I think this is a residual from that.
Sure, what it is. That is Nathan Alfaro, number 21, the cornerback, wide receiver senior for the Ducks. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, I don't know if he was in this scrum down here.
I think he was in the scrum down here that went for the onside kick, and then just made his way over to his position and just finally succumbed to the stinger he had.
First and 10, Canyon Lake.
Well, here comes Canyon Lake to the line of scrimmage now.
Yeah, and Martelli split out the numbers. Far side would be number, I guess that's Lucero. He split way out. In the backfield is Caleb Allman. Up under center is Peyton McMullen. It's going to be backside trap to Chacon. Behind Dylan Shepard and Chacon with the ball. He gets behind Toychin Shepard. He'll pick up 9 yards. He'll be marked down at the 46-yard line of the Ducks. It'll be second down and 1. And coach is just going to run this thing out. 1:55 to go. So Canyon Lake will go into District 1-0. They'll move to 6-0 on the season. All your stats can be heard at the hilltopnewspaper.com. Just log on that.
They can be read, too.
They can be read.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're going to interview.
They can be heard and read.
Second down and 2 for the Hawks. Handoff, Caleb Allman. He bounces over. And Caleb Allman will take the ball across the 45-yard line. And they'll get him down all the way to the 43-yard line. And they'll move the chains on the far side of the field, and that'll be enough for another Canyon Lake touchdown.
Well, that first down there at the minute 15 will pretty much seal the deal, and they'll bring this game to an end. They'll just probably take a knee here on out and
stay
get out
tuned
of
for the
this
post-game show, because we're going to talk
Absolutely.
about that a little bit, and Darren will be up here.
Caleb Aubin has 91 yards now rushing. And there's the victory formation.
And Canyon Lake will go into a safe formation there. And 50 seconds left here in the game.
Well, the faithful were rewarded tonight for all the attendance here tonight. It was a great game, a hard-fought first half. And at the end, Canyon Lake just flexed their muscle.
Absolutely. It's second down and 12. This will be the final snap of the game. And there goes the final snap of the game. And Canyon Lake wins the final score. The Ducks 20 and Canyon Lake 37. We want to thank everybody tonight for making it out to the game, both from Taylor and Canyon Lake. We want to thank everybody, the faculty and staff, the coaches, the parents, everyone from both sides. We want to wish everybody a safe trip home and catch the game on a rewind if you want to hear it. KMAXSports.com, courtesy of Canyon Lake Broadcasting, the voice of the Hawks. We bid you good night.
And that's the end of the football game. We'll be back here momentarily for the pre-game show after a few words from our sponsors. Again, we ask for you to certainly patron our sponsors. They help bring this broadcast to you.
Public Safety Football League, live and in color. Come on out and see the rougher side of public safety. Hard-hitting, non-stop, full-contact action, all for charity. Watch your local law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, correction officers, and military as they take it to the field to raise money for charity. Sunday, October 14th, the New Braunfels Outlaws will take on the Alamo City Reapers. Gates open at 4 p.m., kickoff at 5 p.m. at beautiful Bob Shelton Stadium in Buda, Texas. Tickets are $5 pre-sale, $7 at the gate. Contact a TPSFL player for tickets or contact Kevin at 830-433-1864 for your pre-sale tickets. Go online and visit the New Braunfels Outlaws on Facebook. Pre-game activities include a salute to the cancer survivors, tailgating, and a halftime entertainment show by the Cody Parker Band. See you there, and go Outlaws.
Got it.
Hey, if you're looking for a plumbing service to do things right the first time, well, look no further than Cowboy Plumbing Services. Cowboy Plumbing Services, owned by Jared and Sarah Criddle here in Comal County, will come out and do your home or business the right way the first time. Give them a call at 830-214-4133 or give them an email at cowboyplumbing@msn.com. Cowboy Plumbing Services, they'll do it right the first time. Look them up at cowboyplumbingtx.com. Cowboy Plumbing Services, the right way the first time. M36742.
This show is brought to you by the book.
And this is Canyon Live Broadcasting, coming to you live from Canyon Lake, Texas. Canyon Lake Broadcasting, the voice of the Hawks, and affiliate of KMAX Sports. The final score here at Canyon Lake, 37-20 over the Ducks as district play begins. And the Hawks moved to 1-0 and 6-0 overall. What a great game by the Canyon Lake Hawks as they were put down 13-0 in the first quarter, then had at one point 37 unanswered points.
Well, you watch this team continue to grow up. Look, again, this is one of those teams, Taylor, that's all they do is a passing offense. They're pretty good at it. They execute.
They're real good at it.
We saw that Harms, with a little pressure on him, could get a little uncomfortable back there. They took advantage of that on a couple of occasions.
Coach Hooper dialed it up.
And Lorette made a great interception. We got to see Lorette back for the first time.
Boy, did we.
After the first game that he missed, and he played a heck of a game tonight. If we gave out game balls, he'd be the one that would be getting it because he absolutely played great on all phases of the game.
Absolutely.
Offense, defense, and special teams.
Well, Don, I'm going to duck out for just a minute. Darren, I'm saying.
Yeah, no problem. You're going to duck out. We're gonna hear one more thing from our sponsors just for 1 second, and we'll be back with you just shortly to wrap up the post game interviews and discussion here on Canyon Lake Broadcasting, home of the Hawks.
Hey, sports fans here in Canyon Lake and around Texas. When you need the best septic systems, look no further than Paul Sawyer Septics, the only company with a 3-year warranty and a 3-year maintenance agreement in the business. PaulSawyerSeptics.com, installing systems that last a lifetime. Give them a call at 830-935-4936. That's 830-935-4936. PaulSawyerSeptics.com.
At Lucky Sports Bar and Grill, you won't fail to see the big Texas personality. Come watch some of your favorite sports while enjoying our great food or an ice-cold beverage from our full-service bar. You can choose between indoor or outdoor patio-wasted seating. Lucky's is now open until 11 p.m. every Friday, varsity home games. Go Hawks! We're located at 18100 FM 306, and we're open daily, and you can find our hours at luckysportsbarandgrill.com or give us a call at 830-935-3115.
You said they put 37 unanswered points on the board.
Phoenix from the ashes.
Absolutely. they actually took control of this game, and I think we saw some things out of that passing side of this attack that we really hadn't seen.
McMullen hit Martelli again. Then he hit J.T. Green, and
then he hit Lorette deep, and those three passes went for significant yardage in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, they did. So.
And with that score, we end up putting back-to-back scores on the board, and he had to do that passing attack because at the end of the day they really were doing a pretty good job of bottling up the run. Not that they totally contained us from a slot team perspective, but clearly that passing attack was something that they were not ready for.
Well. A great game. Canyon Lake walks away with a victory, 37-20. We're glad to bring you the game here. We're going to shut this one down as Canyon Lake walks out with the first victory. Next week they have Burnett.
First victory in district, and that sets the table.
It sets the table. We had Fredericksburg play tonight against Liberty Hill. We had Burnett play Lampasas, so we'll have our work cut out. We have a tough district. Well, this is Corey Martelli, Darren LaSurgeon, Canyon Lake Broadcasting, signing off. We appreciate everybody listening out there. Canyon Lake Broadcasting, the voice of the Hawks and home of the first down call, and an affiliate of K-Max Sports. Good night. God bless.